me, baby! Get up! Get up! Get up! Get up! It was fun.
It was fun. Get it up. Hey, everyone. Welcome. Visitors, subscribers, and Cravenites. Welcome to Craven Something Scary, where it's all horror all the time. And here we are. And like Sherlock Holmes once said, ladies and gentlemen, there's something afoot in the Scream universe, folks. There's something afoot. And we've got to figure it out and solve the mystery. Yes. What's up, guys? Happy Monday. You know, it's so funny because I decided I like to do streams on Saturday nights and Monday nights. Kind of like my normal time. It's like 2 times a week that you can come and know that the cult of Craven is open and for business. And occasionally, and I really try to do Wednesday mornings. And I'm happy that I'm doing it tonight because something's afoot. Yes. There are rumors abound, riddles to be solved. Are people coming back? Or is it all just a mirage, ladies and gentlemen? Well, I want to tell you I have been bombarded, and it's okay. I'm not complaining. I've been bombarded by many people all day long that have been asking to please help understand the madness that is sweeping across social media in the Scream universe. And unless your head's been under a rock today, I think you know what I'm talking about. Yes, indeed. Could it be a secret plot done in the dark has come to light? Could it be Neve Campbell and Spyglass and Lantern executives have mended the bridge that was so violently ripped apart just a few weeks ago on June the 6th when Neve said, no, not good enough, not coming back. Could all of this been done in the darkness of closed doors at night? On Zoom meetings, perhaps? Maybe all the while we've been lamenting the loss of Neve Campbell. Could it have all been a wool pulled over our heads? That, my friends, is what's been afoot. And it's been growing stronger and stronger and stronger. So I decided that tonight would be the night that I address this for all of you amazing people in this community. Best community on YouTube. That's right. I said it. Some say it's controversial. I just call it the fact. A fact. Not the fact, but a fact. All right. So, tonight we're going to talk about it. Could it be the rumors are true? We'll see. And we also have some news that I put a video out on this morning that a lot of you have seen. And it's not a rumor. It's finally fact. What we've been suspecting all along has come to pass. 2 OG characters, 2 essential players in the game of Scream since day one. 2 chess pieces on the board. We have one that's still in play, and we have another that many are claiming is back on the board. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. When I tell you guys there's a rumor, I will tell you straight up, grain of salt, it's a rumor. If I tell you I have a theory, if I have speculation, I'll always let you know. And everything else, if it's factual, I will tell you this is fact, as I know it. So guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of rip the Band-Aid off here. And I've got a couple of guests that are going to be coming. So nobody leave. This is a night you want to buckle up, settle in wherever you are. Don't tune out. Don't tune away, because we are going to dig in to our OGs, our only two remaining OGs. Yeah, Kirby, she's the legacy character. And of course, she's great. We love Kirby, generally speaking. However, we really only have two of our OGs left. And that's who we're going to get into tonight. I have strong feelings on these. And I hope by the end of this live stream, for those of you who stick it out, I can tell you right now, we're going to go until midnight tonight. Midnight Central, 1 a.m. Eastern. So this is not going to be a turn and burn, bang them out the door. This is going to be a night that we're going to talk a lot about Scream, a lot of news, a lot of rumor that is trying to be news. We're going to talk about all of these things, but I will tell you this, that what I tell you tonight is going to be the truth as I see it. And if it's something I don't know it's factual or not, I will tell you it's my opinion. I will never try to mislead any of you to think that my opinion is a fact if it's just opinion. All right? And so one of my guests has arrived, and I'll bring him onto the stream. And then we're going to start getting into it. And another guest I have coming is going to be joining a little bit later. But let me first bring in my first guest, and then we're going to get into this. All right? So again, grab your favorite beverage, your favorite snack, whatever it is you enjoy, and cuddle up with your phone, your laptop, your tablet, because we are going to be here for a while, and I want you guys to be here with us. All right? Again, I could talk to my guest all night. In fact, sometimes we do talk offline, and that's awesome. But we're here tonight to be with all of you. So everybody hang tight. And I love seeing you got 65 amazing people already here in the stream. And I think we're just going to get more and more as this continues. So if you have not smash that thumbs up button before I bring my guest on right now, do me a favor. It takes 2 seconds. Smash it right now. Because the more thumbs up we have on this live stream, the more people will see it. YouTube will actually send it out to more people. And the more people that we can bring in, the more we can help to just get this stuff hashed out. All right? So, smash that thumbs up button if you have not. Let's get that sucker up. We're almost to 70 people. Let's get that thumbs up button into the 60s, like right now. And it can happen in 10 seconds if you all do it right now. All right. Thank you, guys. Now, before I get to the chat and before we get too far into anything, let me bring on my first guest, who will be with me, I believe, for the duration, Mr. Destin from Destination Station. You guys know him. Hey, Destin, how are you, man?
What's up, Steven? What's up, Cravenites? How's it going tonight, man?
Man, it is really good. I just have set the stage for where we're going to go tonight and have not yet dug in because I wanted to give you an opportunity to come. And we're going to get into it big time in just a little bit. We're going to get into it. Glad you're here, my friend.
Me too, man. Thanks for the invite. I'm ready for it.
You're very welcome. All right,
Yeah,
so
I
let's
got
take
the
a
get
look.
up. I got the party stew guy going tonight.
You know,
So,
I
so
see you. You got the right clothes, man. I mean,
yeah,
you are ready for the night. You are
yeah.
ready. So I'm so glad. And so, guys, and again, if you have not subscribed to Destin's channel, Destination Station, make sure that you do that. I have a link in the description of the live stream. It's already waiting for you right there now. All you got to do is click that, go and hit subscribe. Boom, one click and you're done. You will
Easy
not
click away.
regret it. Yeah, just a click away. And
Thanks,
by the
man.
way, guys, hey, look, we are at 75 people in the stream, and we are at 50 likes. So we're getting there. So guys, you're doing it. Keep it up. You're doing it. Let's get this up to 70 likes. All right, we want more people to join us tonight. All right, here we go. Everyone in the chat, don't worry. I'll be getting to you. Remember, super chats go to the front of the line. I'll always try to get to everyone, but you guys know how it goes. It's very hard to keep up when we have guests and we're in the moment. It gets intense. So super chat will definitely go to the front of the line because I get a special notification and I see it pop up. So absolutely. Otherwise, I will do my very best to get to everyone. But if I don't, don't take it personal, guys. Remember, I stream twice a week. I stream Saturday nights, Monday nights. That's my slot. You can write it down. You can lock it in. It is at 9:30 Central every Monday night, every Saturday night, and every Wednesday morning at 10:30 a.m. Central. Those are my slots. That's it. That's probably all you're going to see me outside of videos. So anyway, lock it in. Let's go. We're over 80 people, guys. Let's get it up. We're trying to get to triple digits. I know we can do it. Keep on hitting that thumbs up button. It's already making a difference. It happens just that quick. All right. Appreciate you guys. All right. So let's real quick here, Destin, before we get into fact and rumor tonight, because we've got a little bit of both. I gave the analogy of a chessboard. We have two pieces left, our OGs, and we're going to get to that in just a second. But first, I have to say a great, great thank you to my patrons and my channel members, because you guys, I always love to shine the light on you every time I get the opportunity, and tonight is no exception. So thank you to my patrons. You guys are amazing. Your monthly support is so generous. And also, guys, if you are not a channel member, you can do it right now as Destin and I are getting ready to go into Scream 6 news and rumors. You can do it right now. If your name is not in green, that means you're not a channel member. You can click the join button right now. It's right next to subscribe. You just simply click that. You can join, and you'll become a channel member. Your name turns green. You get a special icon by your name, and you'll get member exclusive privileges, such as tomorrow night. We are watching 13 Ghosts, a watch party for members only.
Nice.
The only way to get an invitation, Destin, to this Matthew Lillard movie is to become a channel member. And you can do it right now. And the really cool thing is that if you become a channel member while we're streaming live, I get to say thank you right now in real time. I get to say thank you and acknowledge you right here on the stream. And you get a very special greeting I only use for first time people coming in to the Cult of Craven. Guys, we're almost at 90. Keep hitting that thumbs up button. We are going to get to 100 people tonight. All right. My Craven Cut members, you guys, all of you guys, I appreciate you so much. Thank you for your support. Whatever level you are, guys, you are tremendous, and I just appreciate you. And I am putting the spotlight on all of you because you guys are not only here and faithful, you are supporting this channel. You are helping me and the channel grow and be sustained every month to grow to new heights, to continue to expand, to do more content for you, and have more live streams like this. So, guys, thank you all so much. And you always get the first spotlight before we get to content, always, because you're the most important, and I appreciate you guys' support. All right. Now, having said that, as we now eclipse 90 people in attendance, Destin, my friend, hold on. We've actually got a super chat. Hold on. We got a super chat. Bobby's coming in with a $5 super chat to get us started. Thank you, Bobby.
Nice.
I'll only believe Neve isn't in Scream 6 when the curtains close and the lights turn on and I get kicked out of the theater. I understand that. You're the man, Craven. Well, Bobby, thank you, sir. Much appreciated, buddy. Always such a great supporter of the channel. Thank you for the super chat, my man. What a way to start us off right at the beginning. And as I do, for those of you who may be here that are new, who are visiting, or maybe you just found the live stream for the first time, I want to share with you that everyone who does a super chat, you get a special clip. I like to play little crazy clips, all right? So, Destin's already laughing. I like to play some crazy clips for you guys. So
it's nothing of me, right?
No, not yet. Not yet. I'm working on it. No, I'm working on it. There will be in fact, I think I may go back to that mega party stream.
Yeah.
And like right as you're like falling up or raising back up, like from the grave, I may just like clip that out or something and put some music on it.
It's like
I gotta do something. That's awesome. All right, so Bobby, for your super chat, my friend, for the first one of the night, I think we gotta go. We gotta go with some hype, man. I think we gotta get a little bit of. We gotta get a little Matthew Lillard, man. Let's just do this thing right. What do you think, Destin?
Let's do it.
Let's do it, man. Crank it up. Get it up.
How would you envision Stu returning to Scream 5?
Scarred. Well, he's not in 5, I'll tell you that. But whenever he comes back somewhere in the future, because that's what happens in horror movies all the time, they bring the killers back. He's scarred, but yet handsome with great abs.
He feels he didn't die.
I didn't, dude. I will throw a TV on my face right now to prove it. On TV, I will be like, here's the deal. This 2-ton TV, I'm going to throw on my face. And if I die, then I will let this moment go.
I think the TVs now you wouldn't die, but the TVs back then you definitely would.
I would not die. I would not die. They had to add those sparks. Those sparks aren't real.
So I would like to argue on behalf of the stupidheads out there that he is still alive.
All right, that's the way we get things started tonight. Very good.
Doesn't that get you pumped? Like, I don't know, it's
does.
just something about that. Like, it's just awesome.
It's like a
I
shot of
it over and
adrenaline or
over.
something. I know, me too, man. Man, when I was editing that thing together and making it, I was like, oh, it was great, you know. All right, Bobby, thanks again, my friend. And you know, I was just talking about how folks have the opportunity to join, and look here, Destin, Heather just joined again as a channel member. Welcome, Heather.
Wow.
Back into the
Heck yeah.
inner circle of the Cult of Craven, my friend. Welcome back. So glad to have you in the inner circle, Heather. And now you will have an invitation to join us tomorrow night for our 13 Ghost members only watch party. So great to have you. All of my Cravenites in the chat, be sure and give Heather a special warm welcome, welcoming her into that inner circle again. Please let her know how much we love her. Thank you, Heather. You're great. Thank you so much for your support. All right, so today the rumors have been flying, and as I mentioned earlier, and I just want to say, with such a large crowd, everyone in the chat, I'm just going to give a really blanket hello. I will get to comments throughout the night. I see you all here, and so I absolutely see you all here, So I do certainly appreciate you. We're going to get to everybody as quickly as we can. And Scott, buddy, I just want to say, Scott, if you're not happy, buddy, with the channel, man, definitely please go find a channel that you're going to enjoy, man. I don't want to keep you prisoner, man, from clicking the way. So I love you to be here, buddy. But frankly, my man, if this isn't right for you, I respect that. I respect you enough to allow you to go. So you do what's best for you, brother. But as for me and my house, yeah, buddy, the Stew Train resides here. This is how my shop's going to be run. This is my house, and we're going to do it. We're going to have fun, and we're going to have a good time.
That's right.
All right. Now, here's the thing, Destin. We've been getting a whole bunch of rumors, and I was mentioning earlier, my inbox has been blowing up all day long, and I said, it's time. I'm so happy I'm streaming tonight because this is the time that we got to talk about it. So I'm going to address this first, and then Destin, I want you to address it next, only because I've heard, I've been hit up all day long, and you probably have too. I wouldn't doubt it at all if you've been hit up too with a lot of people saying, what's up? Is this true? The Neve stuff, right?
I think, okay. That's what I thought you were going with. Yeah.
We're going to start with Neve, yes. And so here we go, guys. Here's what I'm going to say, all right? And I don't say this to be negative towards anyone, any content creator, or not even content creator, just anyone who posts things. I don't know, okay? I'm not going to name names. I'm not going to be doing that. That's not what I'm about. Here's what I'm going to say, though. When I saw the rumor that broke, the initial Neve rumor, and I'm not gonna upload it and put it on. I'm not gonna do that. Put somebody on blast. That's just not my style. All right. But I've looked at it. I've read it. I've got it. And there are some things that are humongously big red flags. Like all of my check engine lights are going off with this thing. All right. And so a couple of things. Number one, when anyone claims to have a leak, when anyone claims to say, this is not just like a plot, like someone says, hey, I heard that, they're doing this down here, or they're gonna, bring some character back or something, whatever, just whatever, like you see a lot of those type of rumors. They're only going to get more intense between now and next, through the filming session anyway, season. However, if you start to hear things like this, when you have a situation where you're saying that Neve is coming back and you've got the information, and I'm like, okay, here's the thing. You have to look at the source. Consider the source, okay? And this is not about any one person. This is about, I would say it's about anybody. What is this person's track record? What is their credibility level? Because, it's very dangerous to read something and assume it is true based on face value. I wish that we lived in a time, not that there ever was one, but I wish that we lived in a situation where, you could take everyone at face value. But unfortunately, in the age of social media, there are people that are striving and desiring to be noticed. They're wanting to get follows. They want to make a name for themselves, what have you. And unfortunately, that means that some people will make things up that really sound great because they know what people want to hear, in hopes that they will get recognition. Now,
exactly. Yeah.
Right? That's just right up front. And that's just the day that we live in. Credibility is the most important transactional thing that we have when you have any type of a platform. If you have a Twitter account with more than one person, you have an influence over, and those people are watching, right? Doesn't matter what size, or
no, it doesn't.
Does not. Whether you have 1,000, 1,000,000, 100, 50, it doesn't matter. Pick a number. If you have anyone following, you have people that respect your views and opinions. And the number one thing is our credibility. If our credibility is ever in question and proven inaccurate or unreliable, we then lose our position of influence to a degree, because now I can't trust that person, right? You know how it goes. So when you see someone, and this is a general statement, if you see anyone making claims or rumors about anyone, not just Scream, it doesn't matter, anyone like this, any situation like this, number one thing you need to look at is consider the source and determine their credibility based on their previous experience, what they've demonstrated. Okay? That's number one. That's where you start. Number two, then you look at the claims themselves. Are the claims themselves credible? Do they make sense? If it says that the moon is made of cheese, even if they've had great credibility, does that make sense? No, it doesn't make sense.
Right.
It doesn't add up, right? So the reason I bring that up is because when I examine the claims, Destin, of the rumor that broke out, I see a lot of things that everything's just going ding. All my alarm bells are just going ding, 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 ding. First of all, the fact that this individual got information allegedly that negotiations have been done and signed, sealed, and delivered, and with Neve Campbell, I'm not talking about like a little side character that let's be honest, like no one's ever heard of him. Like it wouldn't be that big of a deal. That's more believable. But you see, as you go up in level of importance, so does the likelihood of news spreading to more people. So, like if you have an extra that happens to have a scene where they walk across the camera, and someone says, "Hey, I got a source that this person's going to be in the movie," and I'm like, "Who is that?" And they're like, "Well, this is their, like their second part. They've only okay." Well, that's possible. I mean, I might believe that. If someone comes out and says, "Hey, I got a scoop for you, Neve Campbell." Now, hold up. Now, this is Neve. Okay, we're talking about the OG of the franchise. Now, this is like even above Gale. This is Neve.
Right.
Hey, guess what? Hey, come here, Destin. Come here. Hey, of course, he's not really whispering because it's on social media.
Right.
I know a guy. Neve's going to come back. She's signed. They did it. Okay. Now, first thing I'm going to say is, what do I know about this individual? What is their history? That's the first thing I look at. If I can't find history that's reliable, I am immediately on guard. I'm on guard, first of all, anyway. And that just adds to it. Now, here's the next part. The same said individual, and we're at 102, and we hit triple digits, and I'm so glad. So, guys, welcome in. Welcome in. I'm dissecting down what we're talking about, Neve. We're just getting started. Now, the next part here, Destin, is where if there was any chance I believed the Neve Campbell were going to be true, this is where the individual colossally blew it. And where I say that this individual completely embellished. When you get now, not only do we have the alleged leak of a signed agreement, but this individual also decided to claim full plot points from the script.
Oh, wow.
So not only is this person saying that it's a done deal, they didn't leave it there. They go one step further. 1 second, I'm going to bring Knight in, even though I'm in the middle of a diatribe. Knight for the Night Watch Zone, welcome, my friend. I'm in the middle of a diatribe, brother. I just wanted to bring you on.
Right.
Oh, welcome. Glad you're here.
Hey, what's up, Destin?
What's up, man? What's
Not
up?
much.
Knight, guys. Knight for the Night Watch Zone. We got him. He is here. We're here till midnight, 2 more hours. Now, listen, guys. So not only do we have the supposed rumor that this has happened, we now have an additional information. Someone giving exact script details that this scene was going to happen where Neve went here, Neve did this was going to happen, and then there was another scene where this happens, and lays it all out. And if you read it, it reads like something a fan would write.
Yeah.
It's like something that the three of us could get into a room and we would write that script. Because that, in fact, we've had a script in our minds not far from that in these scenarios.
That's right. That's
You know,
right. I was
right?
thinking that too.
I know. When I read it, I was like, dang, that would be awesome. You know?
Right?
And so this is what I talk about. You have to look at things, guys, critically. And that's not putting down. I mean, critically thinking. Analyze what's there. And then look at where the cumulative arrows point. And so what we have now is an individual, a person, whoever it is. I'm not even. It doesn't matter who it is. Someone posts a claim. Examine their credibility. What is their history? Are they trustworthy? That's number one. These are rules of how you should handle anyone, not just a social media post. All right, that's number one. Number two, are the claims themselves, do they make sense? Does it make sense that this said person would know this information? Does that even make sense? Like, if I told you how every single component of a Ferrari was made, and I've never even touched a Ferrari or looked at one, does that make sense? I mean, it's possible. Maybe I got the diagrams and the schematics.
Good guess.
But, yeah, I mean, does it pass the smell test? That's what I always say.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. And then finally, guys, this is the big thing as well. Is it embellished? If you have someone who's making claims, not only that they know a deal has been done with the biggest star in the Scream universe, that, by the way, nobody else is talking about it.
That's right.
No one else has leaked
Yeah.
it. This person's got an exclusive about the largest star in the universe of Scream. Okay?
Yeah.
But they know plot points. Night, Destin,
Yep.
Neve must have faxed him a copy of the script because they know the scenes. They can tell you the scenes.
That's right.
All right? So,
Which script did they get though?
well, there you go. Was it a
We
fake
don't know
script?
which one.
Was it a fake script?
Yeah.
So, again, you have to look at the total thing. Someone has a great credibility background. That's good. But that does not mean everything is correct. It doesn't mean you can't trust. You can trust everything, especially when you're talking about these type of issues. So at the end of the day, guys, and I'm going to get Knight and Destin, I want your opinion next, but I just had to get this off my chest. It's been burning on my chest all day to get this out. I want to just talk about it. And so, guys, here's the thing. In my opinion, I'm not saying that she can't come back. I'm not saying that they aren't working on something. I'm not saying that we'll find out from a credible source at some point that they worked the deal out. I think that's all possible. But what I don't believe is what I read in a rumor that's been going around today, maybe even started yesterday. I don't. That's my honest opinion. I don't believe it. I don't buy it. There are more red flags than green flags for this deal, right?
Yeah.
And again, even if this individual has a good track record, okay, that's fine. What if? But if he's truly getting this, or she from a store, what am I trying to say? If they got it from a source, I would question the source then. If this person's credibility is good, I don't believe the source, whoever that person is.
Yeah.
Right.
Right? So, and I wouldn't believe, honestly, this kind of stuff here, it doesn't matter who you're talking about. Neve Campbell, if you're talking about Matthew Lillard, if you're talking about any of these people. If this guy had posted today and said something like, hey, got a scoop, got a source telling me Matthew Lillard's coming back and it's going to be in Scream 6. I would be telling you the same thing. And I would probably be telling you I 100% don't buy it. Because if Stu was coming back, that's going to be the most locked down thing you could possibly have.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. That's going to be completely locked down. So in that scenario, I wouldn't even believe that. You have to look at this, guys, from the total. Now, look, you guys can believe anything you want. I will never tell you what you should believe. I'm just going to tell you what I believe and why. All right. So that's my position. I'll rest it there. I believe that for the record, the rumors thus far, anyway, about Neve as that we've heard, with all the allegedly script leaks, all this stuff, it's too good to be true. It's something of fan fiction, and so that's where I'm laying that, my friends. So believe it if you want, but just be careful. Just know you're really gambling on that. Don't be disappointed. It went next March if you're going to bank on that. That's all.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, Destin, because you came in first and have been waiting on the bench a little bit for me, and then we'll get to night. So we'll start. So tell me, Destin, how do you feel about the whole situation? I feel much better now.
Well,
I feel so much better after saying that.
Just had to vent a little bit.
I did. I really did.
Well, I didn't. I saw a bunch of stuff coming up in my messages and stuff like that, but I didn't really look into it. I've been pretty busy today. Went and saw the Black Phone and
Nice.
stuff like that. Just been really busy. But I did have a bunch of messages. I didn't really want to read into them because I haven't heard anything from a reliable source, for one. And I'm always it's always skeptical to me that anybody's sending me something like this. I've never even heard of this person. And like you said, consider your source. And also when Scream 5 came out, somebody did the exact same thing to me. They sent like key plot points and said this is how it plays out. They even had a whole scene and broke it down of like how like Martha Meeks dies and all this kind of stuff. It was really detailed. It was detailed from beginning to end. And I only read half of it and I was like, this can't be real. But it was there's just that slight possibility that they could be telling the truth. With this, when we found out that Neve Campbell was not coming back, and we heard it from the first person, second person, it spread like wildfire. Every source started picking it up. By the end of the day, the next day, it was just one after the other. So we knew it was the truth. Where's any of that right now? Because whenever something does get leaked, that means that the studio looks at that and says, "Oh, we need to go ahead and release this. We need to go ahead and do it."
Yeah.
And that is actually something you want to do right now because the fans are in a slump because Neve Campbell isn't back. They need to do. You would think they would want to do that as soon as possible to get fans back on their side.
Excellent point.
So believe half of what you see and nothing of what you hear, people. That's the way.
I like that.
That's good, man.
Say that again. That was good, man.
Believe half of what you see and nothing of what you hear.
Nice.
That's nice.
My parents told me that when I was young. It always stuck with me.
You gotta coin that, man.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
And
Oh.
that's a really great closing point to your statement because if anyone would want to leak this out, it's going to be Spyglass and Paramount because
They're ready.
they are.
They would be ready.
It. The hit that they're taking PR.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's and again, we have this one source and then another source who heard that source, and here we go. But no, the problem is none of these sources or source. No one's connected to anything official. There's no credibility. There's just not. And and I mentioned earlier. I don't know if you were here yet for this portion when I said it, but if you had like a first-time actor who signed on and they were and someone leaked it out like, hey, this actor over here is going to play a little, a small little part. That's one thing. I go, okay, I could probably believe that. But this is Neve, man. You're talking about the gold. You're talking about the franchise queen. And there are far too many hands in the pot for this not to be leaked by someone with credibility and multiple places.
Agreed.
Destin, you nailed it. The whole Neve not returning, how that leak just caught fire, and the next day it took 24 hours before the press had it everywhere.
Exactly.
That's right.
Think about that. It took one day, and the Neve rumors everyone knew were fact. If this were legit, There is no way this would not be major headline news by tomorrow, if not already.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, real quick before we get to Knight's thoughts, love that, Destin. That was great.
It was.
You guys complete me.
Thanks, buddy.
Get about Jerry Maguire.
Y'all complete me as well.
And speaking of completing us, Jack, my buddy Jack,
Yeah.
what's up, man? Best YouTube community ever. Dang right, brother.
Yes,
Wow.
yes.
That's
That
right.
was awesome.
That's right.
We
miss
love you
Jack.
too, buddy.
We got to get. We
Absolutely.
need to do some more streams with Jack. I haven't seen him in a minute.
You know,
I know.
it has.
I
It's
know.
been a little bit, man. We've got to do that. It feels like it's been forever since we've all got together again, man. Like the group. It's been
You guys are dangerous.
I know, right?
It's not y'all's fault though. It's my fault.
You know,
I gotta quit thinking that I'm still 21. You know.
Listen, it's it's all good, man. Next time we're going to do it a little differently next time. We'll think of some other
No,
games.
I'm only teasing. It's always great. It's always great.
Jack, for you, my man, for your $2 super chat, let's go ahead and get our first Bobo of the night. Let's do it, man.
All right.
Let's do some thigh grabbing,
Bobo tea?
screaming. What's that? Bobo tea. Go for it,
Boba
dude. Yeah,
Fett?
go ahead. Boba Fett. Oh man, here we go. Get it up.
I'm gonna make your bubba bounce right now.
Nice. You gotta love
Oh, I love it.
Oh wow.
Good stuff. All right, Knight. So man, let's talk to you now, man. Tell me your thoughts about what's going on, man. About the rumors with Neve. How do you check out with all this?
it. I mean, you know, and we talked a little bit about it on the collective. I think it's just too bad that this is out there because I think, especially for the Scream fan base, we're still dealing with the Neve situation, you know, and I think let's just say this was true. All right, let's just say we knew it was true. I think it should have been handled better anyways, instead of just, you know, putting out there on social media like that, because there's so many people that are so emotional about what's going to be happening with Scream 6. They're emotional about Neve. I'm emotional about Neve. I'm still emotional about it, man. You know, I'm going to be seeing it in August, and I'm going to be so happy, but yet I'll be wanting to ask those questions, which I won't, because I won't mess up my chance like that to hang out with Neve. But I'm just saying, I think this should have been handled better, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I obviously don't believe it. It's not anything that seems like it's a verified source. So yeah, I mean, it's too bad. It really is. Like I told you, we're kind of up and down with a lot of the Scream news. You know, there's
man.
good news, and then there's good things, and then we've got stuff like this that's just kind of like, come on, guys, let's be real here. So
yeah, seriously. I mean, so at this point, then you it sounds like you're completely, you know, on board with what we've been saying tonight, right? That there's just no.
Yeah.
If you're like me, Knight, doesn't it? It's more agitating, and it's. You guys can probably tell. It was on my chest. I had to get it out, and
yeah.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
it's just aggravating, man. Because and the sad part about this whole thing is there's a lot of folks who don't have the time or ability, interest, whatever, to really do the heavy lifting on some of this stuff. And our responsibility as content creators, all three of us, and really everybody's doing this, should be is that we are sharing truth. And if it's rumor, we call it what it is. It's rumor. If it's we don't ever try to pass off something that's true that's not.
Right.
To our knowledge. If we're duped, dang it, we'll admit it. You know, we got duped. But there's a responsibility, and I think it's what I feel for is all of the community here that will see things like this, and if this person, if their intent, if they made the whole thing up, that's that's one thing. If they got information from someone else who they thought was being truthful, that's a different thing. But the end result is still the same. People get
Yep.
it affects people, either way. If it's bad information,
That's right.
and I almost get protective, and that's why I was agitated. Not so much. I was more. I don't know if agitation is the right word. It was more of not righteous indignation either. But it's. I was just concerned about everyone, and I felt bad when I see something that I personally feel, and if I'm wrong, I'll admit it. I personally feel is total bull.
Right.
And that's just and again, maybe I'm saying kind of going strong with it, but because I know there are folks that are going to see that and they're going to run with it, and they're going to get joy. Their hopes are going to be up. They're going to think Neve's back and all those, and it's all going to come crashing down if it doesn't come true. So
Right.
anyway, so that's why I've been so,
It's just a shame, because I feel like now would have been the time after us finding out that Nev's not returning. That should have been the time that the Kirby news of her return should have came out. Except we got that beforehand. So I think that would have healed our wounds just a little bit, because now we're just down. Like we need something to get us back up again, So and I hope it doesn't affect the overall return on this film. And then that's also like in my opinion, it's kind of scary because like this is going to be a make or break sequel, and we all want this to succeed. But here's the thing: if this movie succeeds without Neve Campbell, they know that they have a profitable movie and they can make a good Scream movie that's profitable and well received without Neve Campbell. So we might not ever get her back after that point, unless they do some type of finale, if that's what the story goes towards. But they'll know that they won't have to spend that type of money. We can do it. They'll know at that point we can do a movie without Neve Campbell, and that also sucks. So you want it to be successful, but then it's kind of like a double-edged sword there. It's just
Right.
yeah, man. Yeah,
I don't know.
Well, hey guys, this is something pretty cool. We just got. Let's see here. Where's it at? Let me find it. I just saw it go by here. Hold on a second. We just got another Cravenite in the house tonight. What is up, Avery? What is happening, my man?
What's up, Avery?
Welcome. All right, I get to do my very, very special greeting that I gave to Heather earlier. Now I get to do it for you, Avery. So, Avery, welcome. You are no longer just a subscriber or a viewer. No. You are now a Cravenite. You are now in the inner circle of the Cult of Craven. And I want to welcome you with open arms into the family. So all of my Cravenites that are here tonight, everybody, give some love to Avery. You probably already have started, but go ahead, show them how much we appreciate them. And thank you, Avery, for your support, my man. Really means a ton to this channel and to me. So thank you for parting with the hard-earned dollars that I know they're so hard to part with, especially today, it seems. And so thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And I will send you an invitation now. Later on, you'll get an invitation for the 13 Ghost private members-only watch party tomorrow night at 9:30 p.m. Central. And so I'm so happy you joined on a live stream because I was able to thank you. Isn't that cool night whenever in Destin when they join?
Yeah, it is. That's
You get
super
that
awesome.
chance to say it in real time without even right here, right now. And so Avery, I will shoot you an invitation right here. It's tomorrow night, 9:30. We'll be here for 13 Ghost watch party. Thank you so much. That's so awesome. So glad you're in the family. All right. And we have a super chat coming in from Jen. Thank you, Jen, for the $5 super chat tonight. Beyond the Mask did a video today saying that Paramount bought the rights to MTV Scream and they're planning to continue the Lakewood story. True or not? So I heard about it. I did hear about that they did this, but I have not had a chance today, just because of the day I've had. I haven't had a chance to dig into it, but Beyond the Mask is reliable. He's a reliable source for sure. Nathan's he does a good job, and so I would tend to say, because he posted it, that it's probably I would think it's pretty much you can trust it. Sure. But until I vouch something for myself, I can't say, because I haven't looked into it. But I would say it sounds more than likely that is absolutely correct. I just need to look at it myself. But that's pretty darn cool. What do you think, guys? If that's true, and it looks like it probably is, if Beyond the Mask is posting it, how do you guys feel about that? A continuation of Lakewood.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I like that idea.
It's good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I heard rumors about this a while ago.
Yep.
That like Paramount, it was going to be a Paramount Plus thing, and then I started hearing things that they were going to just they were going to do another series, but they were just going to reboot it or something. And then some people were saying that there was rumors of them doing like a Stab series or something like that, kind of being but I'm glad that we're going to be going back to Lakewood. I mean, we need a conclusion to the Brandon James story for sure. And even if they decide to do something later on down the road, let's finish that story first, because a lot of people want it, and I think you get a lot of Paramount Plus subscribers if you do that. Because honestly, Paramount Plus they're killing it right now. They got some really great content. I don't know if y'all are subscribed to them, but
I do have it add on to my Amazon Prime. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're super
man.
good.
I'm all for it. And you know what this also means? Man, might get my buddy Mike Vaughn back in business with Brandon James, man.
Man. You got the golden key.
I can't wait. In fact, I might even reach out to him and say, hey, man, is anyone shaking the tree branches around there for Lakewood? Because what are you hearing, man?
Yeah.
Because that would be so cool. The only question I have is, would they be able to get everybody back?
That's the thing.
That's the thing. I don't know. Can they get everybody, that core?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they can. I don't know. But it seems to me it's going to be harder to. It's maybe one of those things where you get two of them back. You may only get if you can get Willa Fitzgerald and get Emma back, and who knows? Maybe you get Noah. Noah would be, and Audrey would be great.
Yeah.
Well, so would
you really need both of them back.
the core four. Here we go. The core four. You really do. Yeah. For that dynamic, to work. Jen, thank you for the super chat. I will get back to you, Jen, to let you know. I think you're pretty safe. Being from Beyond the Mask, that's pretty darn safe. But I'll also take a look at it myself and see what I can find out tomorrow. And for Jen's super chat, I think we should do a couple of Bobos. What do you guys think?
Yeah, man, we got to do a couple.
Yeah.
And
do a couple.
Can we end it with Sam Kinison?
Heck yeah, we can. You bet.
Right.
With who?
All right. So how about we do Bobo? You want to do Bobo 4 and then go to Sam? You want to do that?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. All right, Jen, these clips are for you and for your very generous super chat. Thank you. Here we go.
I'll make your bubs bounce. I'll make your bubs bounce. Let's go.
Well, I didn't know you wanted to get involved with the discussion, Mr. Helper. Say
it! Oh, that's awesome. Jen, thanks again. Oh, my gosh. This is so good. And speaking of super chats, again, guys, super chats go to the front of the line. I promise you that. And I keep my promises. Kirsten coming in with a $5 super chat. Thank you, Kirsten.
Thank you.
Appreciate it so much. You three are amazing. Thanks so much for always giving us the most honest and up-to-date info. Thank you, Kirsten. That right there means more than you know. That
Absolutely.
means so much
Yeah, it
because
does.
I started off tonight's live stream almost an hour ago. Which how could that be an hour?
I
It's
know.
like I feel like we just turned the switch on. It's ridiculous. But I started a year ago. Oh wow, that would be a long stream. An hour ago, gosh. And I started off with saying, and I mentioned it more recently too. But the point is, credibility is everything. And when you are a creator or you have any type of a platform that you've been blessed to have, and it is a blessing. We're very blessed positions, and you have a responsibility, and your credibility is your transaction. It's your line of credit, a la credibility. It's your credit, and you have to protect that, and you have to guard that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because there's no amount of views or sub counts or anything of dollar amounts that's worth ruining your credibility over. It's just not. It's just not. So
Yeah,
I
man.
will put out a Nope video, and that sucker will slow burn at 300
Yep.
views
That's right.
after a week. It's all right.
Yep.
I'm going to tell you what I think about Nope, but I'm not going to make up stuff about Nope to make it
Yeah.
better. You see, that's the difference. you just
Mm-hmm.
you just shoot it straight.
Yep.
And I believe that everything else will take care of itself. So,
Oh yeah. Yep.
yeah.
Agreed.
Kirsten, thank you for that comment. Because that's why I brought that up. Is because, that's a huge, that's huge when someone values the three of us in that way. That means a lot. That means that we have earned that credibility with you. That
Yep.
you can count on that, and we'll always aim to keep it intact at all costs.
That's right.
Exactly.
Great
Yeah.
stuff. All right, so
That's awesome.
Kirsten, for your super chat, let's see. Is it time for a little soup? Anybody hungry for some soup?
Yeah.
What kind of soup?
Well, I'm glad you asked. Let's take a look and see what let's take a look and see what the soup of the
That was
day is.
good.
Here we go. Order up.
An awful face in my soup. What are you doing? Are you crazy?
Hell no, I don't want that soup.
No, it's back to the kitchen.
Can I say something?
Of course.
When you said what kind of soup, it was perfect. The timing and the way you said it was great. He was like, "What kind of soup?"
What kind of soup we talking about?
Oh my god, that would have been a good clip.
Sorry, I try to make it
Kinda soup.
entertaining. I get a little goofy sometimes.
It's all right.
Oh man, it's all good.
Jennifer knows what it's about. She
Face
knows about
soup.
it's that face
That's
soup.
right.
That's right.
Jennifer
That ain't how
knows
Mama
the
made it.
deal. That's right. Oh,
Wayne,
Lord.
man, again, Wayne, always coming in, man. Even when you're at
I
work,
know.
man. Thank you, brother. You
I
take
feel
care.
bad, man. I
Hey.
almost feel like we got to start streaming like in the middle of the day, like at
Right?
2
I know.
o'clock. Be the one time that Wayne could join us.
I know.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh, let's see. What else do we got going here? We've got a couple of super chats just popping in.
Yay!
All right, you guys are so generous. So really appreciate you guys doing that. Really does help out more than you know. Really does. Anthony. Oh,
Here we
Anthony,
go.
here we go, Anthony. We're kicking back from where we left off on Saturday. This is what I'm talking about. And if you guys weren't here Saturday night, Anthony just kept on dropping the super chats with these amazing scenarios and questions, and it was good stuff. So we're right back to it. So here we go, guys. Which decade meant more to the? Which decade meant the most to horror? 70s, 80s, or 90s? Oh gosh.
Well, they're all. Oh man, the most. It's just hard
I
because
know. I know.
I would honestly say I want to say the 90s because I'm a 90s guy, okay? Because it was actually starting to like, go downhill there until we got Scream, till Wes Craven,
Yep.
revitalized the horror and the slasher genre. So I would really say that's it. That meant the most to me. And those movies that came out at that time were just like whenever I grew up. But overall, for all horror, if we're saying like what's most important for all horror, I think the horror, especially the slasher genre, really found its footing in the 80s. I think that was the home of it. I think the 80s just like it just went off and then it hit a peak and then it started going downhill until Wes Craven's Scream, and then here we go back up again. So they're all important in their own way, But I would have to say the 80s. The 80s would have to be it. We got a lot of classics.
We do. Brandon.
You all right.
Brandon, good to see you, man. And Brandon was here on Saturday night. He knows.
Yeah.
He was with us and trying to figure it all out. I was like, man, good luck, guys. That's awesome.
Right.
Good to see you, Brandon. Glad you're hanging out tonight. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. Knight, how about you, man? How do you feel about it?
Hey, look, man. There's no lying here. I mean, it's got to be the 80s. It's got to be the 80s. And it's true. It's true that Wes he made a big save, with Scream.
Oh man.
But I think the 80s just had so many iconic films, and it was like the peak of so many iconic creatives, like a Wes Craven, like a Carpenter. You just had so many things going on in the 80s. I mean, movies like this, and great remakes, and so it's gotta be the 80s. I think the 80s, like we're still feeling the effects of the 80s. So
yeah.
That's what I'm gonna go with. Each decade was very important, and there was, iconic and legendary movies in all three of these decades. But if I was to have to pick one that meant the most, I'd have to go with the 80s.
Yep. You know what? I'm gonna just add to that. I think it has to be the 80s because it really did explode the genre like crazy, man.
Mm-hmm.
The influx. I mean, you could argue that the 70s laid the foundation and the 80s built the house.
Right.
Okay, I'll use that analogy, right? The foundation, the concrete slab was laid down starting with Wes Craven's. Now you could go back, excuse me, before that and say Psycho and some others. So I'm not like forgetting about those movies, but I'm talking about in the 70s, we got Last House on the Left in 72. Just barely in the 70s. Mm-hmm. That thing comes out and it's like people were so horrified of that movie. It was like no one had seen that before in a theater. Such raw and just gritty violence like that. It was like I say, it's one of his masterpiece films. That's one of the most difficult movies to watch, but it's a masterpiece how he did it. So, and then we get Texas Chainsaw in 74, and then 4 years later, and I'm sure I'm missing some sprinkled through, but I'm going with the big ones. And then 4 years later, we get John Carpenter shows up after his Precinct. What was it? Precinct.
Assault in Precinct 13.
Sorry, that's the one.
Yeah.
After that, we get Halloween. Michael.
I shot him 6 times.
Oh, yes. And so there is the foundation. And then, of course, we get Friday, and we start getting, everything. And then we get Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh.
And we're talking into triple digits revenue from on this thing, getting it way into the 100. I forgot what the total. It was crazy, especially for that 84. Right. So, and then everything else just comes from. We have all the slashers, all the movies. It was a renaissance of horror.
Yep.
And like you say, those are the dominoes that are still following. The ripples are still coming down now. And and then the 90s just took a nosedive, man. We got to after we got out of the 80s, horror didn't know what to do with itself. No one wanted to
Right.
spend any money. There was no budget.
Yeah.
They were hardly going to theaters. It was just mostly direct, and then the ones that went usually weren't that good. But there's exceptions in there. But it was a near death when Wes Craven comes around again, and he decides, after being asked multiple times to do the film by the Weinsteins, he does it, and there you go. And then now all of a sudden, history, it picked back, and the whole thing. So yeah, I think that 80s is the decade. It has to be. And I said I was only going to add a little bit more, but as I started talking, I'm like, oh no, there actually is a little more to it. But yeah. It's the 80s.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it was the peak. It was really where it
was.
found its footing. We got a lot of great properties during that time, and then then it started going downhill. And lucky enough, we had a Wes Craven just to bring us back up again. So
he literally gave us CPR.
yeah,
literally. But the 80s was so much fun because you had the big talent, and you also had the smaller talent that were making films or working on films. You had, young people working with the practical. You think about Rob Bottin, starting with movies like The Howling, and then he worked with Carpenter on The Fog, and that set up everything for him to work on The Thing, and then he just shoots off. You look at people that did cinematography. You look at people that got their start with just smaller directors and then built it up. Like the 80s was definitely it was a party. Like everybody, everybody was just having fun. You could make a decent movie for a certain amount of money. You could get a decent return. You didn't have to worry about a lot of the things that eventually happened in the industry and so forth. So it was a great time.
And a lot of times, that was the first time we really saw something like that on screen. And there's just something about the 80s, about mood and atmosphere, that has been lost in cinema. We get it from, every now and then from a great director like James Wan or something, The Conjuring.
That's right.
And it's that chill, it's that feeling like, oh, I'm watching something special right now. Like this isn't just like getting from point A to point B and saying cut, it's delivering some lines. This is like they let the cameras like sit for a minute, and you feel the wind, you feel those dark blue blacks, like that mood and lighting that we just don't really get in cinema at all anymore. Everything is just so post production. Everything's just done post production, and it's like that's the thing. CGI, it might look good at that moment, some of it, not all of it, but it's not going to age well. It's not like practical effects. That's why it's like it's almost ageless. Like some of these great classics we got in the 80s.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you something. Hey, there is nothing better, and I love glitz and gloss, but there is nothing like a well-executed practical effect, man.
I know.
And that's what you had to do in the 80s. You was practical, man. They had to build stuff.
Yeah, from the ground up, man. I know I keep talking about it, but it still amazes me that, you think about something like Carpenter's The Thing, and they wanted to do it different than the 50s movie, The Thing from Another World. And so this is supposed to be an alien form that could take any form, anything, so obviously it's not really going to be a humanoid per se. It could be anything that exists in the universe that is come into contact with. And they have some drawings of some different creatures, and they're trying to aim for the stars. And then Carpenter goes to Rob Bottin, and he's like, can you do this stuff? Can you make this stuff? And he's like, I don't know. He says, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
That's creativity, man. And so he works his butt off to create these fantastic creatures that we see in the movie. But that's only half of it, guys. You got to have someone like Dean Cundy, who was the cinematographer, who had worked with Carpenter on Halloween and The Fog and Escape from New York and so forth. And he was coming into his own too. You had to show the monster the right way too, to make it, even more believable. So you had all these creative aspects, not just acting or directing. you know, and the 80s was chock full of that type of stuff. Rick Baker with An American Werewolf in London, you know, the
Yeah.
wonderful transformation scene, just so many moments in the 80s, so many great creature effects, the Blob, Pumpkinhead, Hellraiser, you know, it's just great
You
stuff, man.
you can
Yeah.
tell there when there's passion behind the camera.
Yes.
That's what I say.
Yes.
You can tell this isn't just a job for somebody. This is
Oh, yeah.
somebody. This is a passion project. This is somebody really trying here.
That's right.
Yeah, man.
I agree.
Kind of like Anthony. He's always trying. He's always trying to give us great questions and challenges. And
I know what he was
Anthony,
hoping. He was
you
hoping
know-
that we'd all had different answers. He was hoping that one would say 70s, 80s, and 90s. and we
Probably
all
so.
have
That's
a big
right.
discussion right now.
It's like there's
Right.
three in the panel. Let's go. We'll throw into 3 different decades. Let's see
Yeah.
if we could do it here. But we're all in agreement on this one. The 80s rock, 80s rule.
Yeah.
And Anthony, this Bobo is just for you. Grab your trumpets. Let's go.
Gonna make your butt bombs bound. Here I'm come.
Thank you so much, Anthony. Appreciate you. Let's take a look here. Got a couple more super chats, but I real quick, I want to grab a couple of comments that I had here that from a little bit earlier. And it says here from Nathaniel says, Craven and the rest of the crew, how do you think Scream 6 will end? Well, you know, if Neve was coming back, I would have said it with the phone call.
Yeah.
But
Right,
not
right.
anymore.
Oh my God! That changed everything, though, didn't it?
It
I
did.
mean, it really did change the whole perspective of what we might get, and
Yep.
yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, and no matter what we get now, and we said this the other day, but no matter what we get now, we know it's going to be the second plan B. In other words, it's going to be plan B.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
which stinks. But,
Yep.
I mean, Nathaniel, it's hard to say, man. I don't think we can really. I don't even know at this point if Neve doesn't work this thing out. I don't think she's coming back in this movie. Anything can happen, but unless barring a major deal happening, I don't expect her back. So the question is, I suspect unless something dramatically changes with the relationship between Neve and the individuals who are holding the purse strings. Unless there's some like reconstruction work done, I don't think they're going to do any cliffhanger whatsoever that alludes to her. There's no way.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Like if
they'll
they
have
get
to
her in
protect
7,
themselves.
yeah, right, exactly. Got to protect themselves. So I suspect that if they are going to have a cliffhanger, it's going to have to involve one of the core 4,
Right.
or maybe Gale, or maybe Kirby. Although I don't know how what the shelf life is for Kirby. I mean, I don't know if they intend on having her in 7. To me, it just seems like a bit much. I don't know why, but
Yeah.
it's almost like more of a novelty for me. But I don't know. What do you guys think? How do you think it's going to end?
I like you said, now that Nev's off the table, it changes so much of my outlook about the possibilities for this movie because, you know, from the beginning, we've been thinking of this as like a 3-picture arc, you know?
Yes.
And at one point we were thinking, which of course is very logical, that each movie would kind of, you know, feature one of the OG 3. You know, we had David in 5. We were thinking it'd be Gale in 6, and then Neve in 7. So, you know, everything's changed now. You know, and
Yeah.
it really is crazy. But I guess, gosh, I guess at the end, I think there'll be some type of twist to the reveal or twist at the ending. I don't know so much now if there'll be a cliffhanger like I've wanted and like I've hoped and prayed for. I don't know if we'll get that, but I do think they're going to try to do something different at the end. You know, I don't think it's just going to be a normal reveal of a Ghostface killer and then, you know, triumphing over the Ghostface killer. I think it's going to be something a little bit more complex, which, you know,
Okay.
I'd be all up for that.
Yeah, man. Destin, what do you think, man? Do you have a prediction yet? Because I don't. I haven't really. I just haven't really. I had an idea in mind with Neve, and it just blew everything up. And so, I honestly have no clue how this movie's going to end right now. I mean, maybe after we get more information in filming wraps, you know, that could change. Trailer, obviously. But what are your thoughts, Destin? Do you have a theory right now, or is it still in the formation mode like mine?
Well, mark my
nights.
words, Craven. This is exactly how it's going to end.
Oh, hot take.
Right? This is exactly how it's
Wait
gonna
a minute. We got someone with a source. Oh, no.
If I'm right,
Destin.
you better let me know. Don't forget this moment.
Oh, gosh.
At the end, when we built this whole relationship between Sam and Tara, and Sam's supposed to be like this mother figure and kind of like protecting Tara, and when Stu comes on screen at the very end, and Sam decides to go ahead and give in to the dark side, Tara is going to be actually the one to get killed. Stu and Sam walks out the door. They hold hands, and then Stu looks at Sam and says, "Now where's Sydney?" And boom, credits roll. That's how it's going to end. Leading into no, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. That's just something I was talking about on a live stream the other night. I was just like,
well, I will
Hey,
say
man,
this.
We were walking down the road with you on that for a minute.
I know. I really was. Here's the thing about that, though, is that you could do that because if they don't get Sydney back, or, you know, Neve, look, if I say Sydney, you know who I'm talking about. If we don't get Sydney back in 7, all that Sam has to say is, I have no idea. I haven't heard from her in 2 years.
Yeah.
No clue.
Yeah.
And it's done. So you can answer that. Just don't let her answer it at the end. Leave her no response.
Right.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm okay with that. Heck yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm just thinking that like what would really push Sam over the edge? Like what would make her finally tip over and go full blown psycho? And that would be that she couldn't protect Tara. Even though that, you know, a lot of us kind of like, you know, we speculate, you know, we think that like Jenna Ortega's, you know, performance was a lot stronger. She seems more like the final girl type of person. Yeah. And, you know, they might know this. That could have been the original idea, but things change along the way. And they're just like, you know what? Let's just do it. If that's the whole thing is like Sam staying next to Tara the entire movie, but she never could protect her. Like, what if Tara's the last kill of the movie or something, and it just leads to Sam finally breaking, and then that's whenever she sees a vision of Billy Loomis again in a mirror, and then boom, credits roll.
Oh,
like I don't know.
Now, Destin, you brought me down. So you had me going. Good.
Sorry, man.
I was riding a high.
I just think they're gonna. I think they're gonna end on a dark note. I really do.
But
I think
don't
they're gonna do
kill Tara. Come on.
I don't want that. I'm not
Dude,
saying I want
slaughter
that.
Mindy, slaughter Chad, slaughter Sam. Don't slaughter
yeah,
Tara.
they're all dying too. They all gonna die too.
Kill them all. I don't care. Just don't kill Tara.
No, I want Tara to survive too. But I'm just thinking of Radio Silence and
I hear you.
If they're gonna go crazy with it, they're gonna go all the way. They're not gonna hold back. I don't think they're gonna play it safe with this one.
Dude, you've got a little more confidence than me. I still think they're going to be a little conservative. I do. I'm not buying the whole risking it all.
I'm preparing myself, I guess. I'm preparing myself.
I like it. No, I like that. I love the gusto, but I'm not there, Knight. Are you there? I'm not there yet. I can't. I don't
know if I'm there
I don't think
yet
so,
either.
man.
Yeah, maybe the trailer might point me a little bit further, but I don't know about this risking it all stuff either.
Yeah, I'm just not really buying it yet. I'm skeptical, but I'm hopeful. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm hopeful.
Yeah.
And you know, other things that keep me hopeful, guys, to keep creating more content when you guys do things like this. Lee the Nerd coming in with a super chat. That is incredible. Thank you so much. And by the way, Lee, tomorrow night you are the guest of honor for the 13 Ghost joining me on the panel for the members-only watch party tomorrow night. Lee, I can't not wait to formally meet you. I'm so excited. And if you are a Cravenite and your name is in green, you've got that little skull badge. Lee the Nerd designed that from me from scratch.
Woo-hoo.
So just a little tidbit for you if you didn't know that. Yeah. Nice. So Lee says, thanks for the update. Don't believe rumors, only wish. Exactly. Like, I hope, right? I hope these rumors are true.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, and remember this too. Don't ever, like, multiple sources can report things.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And multiple sources can all be wrong. Because you know why?
Right.
I've seen multiple sources. This is where we got to be careful. You know, and it's a logical fallacy to automatically validate truth by authority. In other words, just because we feel that this is an authoritative thing, or they have a website, they have a blog, they automatically know what's right. So, and again, that goes for all of us. We're all in that same boat. Test what we say. Test our credibility. I welcome that. So here's the thing. I followed this today. I went and I did my homework before I made these statements. I went searching for more rumors for Neve. I went on the net, got my hands dirty on that dirty, greasy net. I went there and I said, let me see what's going on. And you know what? Yeah, I found, you know, was that Bad Robot? Not Bad Robot. That's J.J. Abrams. Some robot website. I found multiple sites that were claiming the rumor. But here's the thing. If you really pay attention, look closely, and this is what we got to do. That's what I talked about earlier about critical thinking. We got to look closely. What I found in my investigation, if you found something different, great. And maybe there's something else. But I found them quoting the same source. So it's multiple. So you have 10 people repeating the message of one person, not 10 different people getting the same information. That's a huge, huge difference.
Right.
So don't get lured in by multiple platforms if they're all quoting one person. You're just getting the same thing. So anyway, I won't go back down that. If you guys have missed the opening hour, I would encourage you to revisit after this, hit the replay where I give you if you're interested in my full breakdown, I lay it all out for you. Destin as well, and Knight does too. So definitely if you're coming in late now, check out that first hour after we're done. But that's right. We wish and we hope, but we don't believe. I don't believe it. No, all three of us are in agreement on that.
Right. Yep.
Okay, Lee, let's see here. Hey, Knight and Destin, you guys ever get in the mood for a little lounge music? Sometimes you just kind of want to hear something different.
All the time. All the time.
Let's hit it.
When the eloquence escapes me, that logic ties me up and takes me. That's true.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much, Lee. Appreciate your support, as always. And I cannot wait to see you tomorrow night for the 13 Ghost Party. All right, a couple more Super Chats have come in. J Dead, what's up? Dropping a $5 Super Chat tonight. Thank you, my man. Craving something scary. Number 1, entertaining. Okay, that's good. I'm glad to hear that. Number 2, provides a safe stream. Okay, thank you. It is my striving effort. Number 3, lets everybody share their opinion. Absolutely. And number 4, credibility is untarnished and unmatched. Wow, that's a huge statement. Thank you, J Dead. Thank you so much. I'm very appreciative of that, and I'm going to fight tooth and nail to keep all of those 4 things actually intact at all times, because if you start losing some of those, you start losing everything, and all starts slipping away.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So, guys, let's do something here for Jay. What do we got here for a $5 super chat? Knight, are you feeling anything in particular? Then Destin, I'll let you pick the next one. Anything come to mind, sir?
Let's pay respect to Mr. Tom Atkins.
Oh yeah. All right. And Jay Dad, seriously, reading your comments in all seriousness, man. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. It means a ton to me. And all I can say is it truly does
thrill me. Thrill me. Thrill me. Thrill me. Thrill me.
Detective, thrill me.
thrill me.
I love it.
I love it. Oh, Tom Atkins, man.
Yeah, man.
Thanks so much, Jay. He is a legend. Total legend.
Have you ever met him?
I've never met him.
I wish I could, man. I wish I could.
You know, I had the opportunity to, and I don't know, I was just preoccupied or something with everybody else at the convention, but like back in September, whenever it got postponed and everything, and he was there, and I was like, man, I should have went to this line.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Should have. Woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Crazy. Yeah. No, I know what you mean, man. At conventions, it can be so much going on. I kind of missed. I mean, I said hi to him, but I missed the chance to really talk to Ken Faree when I was at the convention. And I went by his table and I said hi to him and told him I was a huge fan of his work and this and that, and talked for like a quick 20 seconds. But I went over to see Kane Hodder, and Kane was awesome. I actually sat next to him. Me and Coriander, we actually sat with Kane while he was signing other people's autographs, because he just said, "Hey, sit down with me. Sit down with me." We were just talking, and I never got back over to Ken Faree. And I was like, "Oh man."
Were you at they were both at the same convention I was at, or were you at the Texas Frightmare?
No. This was in Boston.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Kane's a cool guy too. Like he's
he is
real. Yeah.
He seems like he would be a really cool dude.
Yeah.
He does.
Yeah. He was. I just couldn't believe it. We were just talking, and I just told him I was a huge Friday fan, and Coriander was saying obviously she's a huge Friday fan, and he's like, "Really?" I was like, "Yeah," and I loved you. Which one? And of course, I was acting stupid. I was like, "Well, which performance did you enjoy the most?" And he was talking about, Seven, the New Blood. I was like, "Really?" I said, "Yeah, I love that one too." And and then he's like, "Well, sit down beside me, guys. Sit down. Come on." And we were like, "Really?"
That's so cool.
Like, yeah,
That's awesome.
Yeah, sit down. And we literally sat down with him for like 15, 20 minutes, and he's talking to us and also signing autographs. I almost felt bad for people in the line, but it was awesome. He's great,
man. Hey, listen, a couple more awesome things have come through here. I've got a super chat I'm about to get to. Jennifer, I've got you. I'm hanging on. I'm coming up. But real quick, I just wanted to say I'm so happy to share. We've got another channel member, guys. We've got another Cravenite just joining. Nathaniel just joining as a channel member. Guys, listen, everybody, all the Cravenites, guys, let's give Nathaniel all of our love tonight. Now, Nathaniel, I love to say this, and I'm so happy you chose to do this, not on a video, which is great, but on a live stream. So I can tell you this in person. Thank you, number one. It means so much as a content creator, and I can speak for Dustin and for Knight. When you guys do this for us, this is like huge. It's pouring gasoline in our tanks. It's literally like refueling our creative tanks, because it tells us that not only do you guys enjoy it, but it means so much to you that you're willing to actually invest in the channel and part with your hard-earned dollars. And that's a big deal. It helps us out. Yeah. So thank you so much for that. And I want to say now that, Nathaniel, no longer are you only an amazing subscriber. Oh, no. You have now stepped up and come into the inner circle of the cult of Craven. You are now in the inner family of the channel community. And I want to thank you. As your name is now green, your skull represents your loyalty to the Cult of Craven that now sits by your name on every comment of every video, every live stream. So glad to have you here. And guys, give him lots of love in the chat. If you haven't already, I'm still catching up. And thank you again so much for your support. And you now will get an invitation for tomorrow night, 13 Ghost Watch Party. I hope you will be able to join. Members only, guys. And if you're watching right now and you're saying, how are these people becoming members? It's real simple. Just click the join button. It's right by the subscribe button on this live stream. And you'll be able to join. You have 5 levels to pick from. So thank you, Nathaniel. Appreciate you, my man. Welcome. That's awesome. And Jennifer coming in with a $5 super chat tonight as well.
All right.
Jennifer,
Nice.
thank you. So nice. Love you guys. Great stream with Neve out. What are the chances of the stew train rolling through now? Oh, boy. You know what? If I go first, I'll go all night. So I'm going to go last. So I will start night with you. We're going to bounce up to Destin, and then I will close this out. I'll be the pinch hitter on this one.
All right.
So, Knight, go ahead, man.
And this is a great question, Jennifer. Thank you, but it's so unfair, but it's all good. I love it. I love it. I think that you can still do what you need to do with Stu, because he doesn't have to be connected to Sydney, right? But I will say this: when we heard the information about Neve not joining, it did make me think to myself, I wonder how much tweaking, because I really do believe Stu's going to come back. I really do. But when we heard that Neve was out, I started thinking to myself, how much tweaking will they have to do? You know, it was really piquing my curiosity. But I think the chances are still as strong as they were before, you know, because again, I don't think he has to be connected to Sydney. I think it was icing on the cake, because obviously, you know, having them have a moment, some scenes together, whatever, would have been great, you know, for the fandom for sure. And obviously, you know, it could have been a nice point in the movie, but I really think the pathway was really through the whole idea of Sam being Billy's daughter. You know what I mean? So I think the chances are still as good as they ever have been.
Yeah. Nice. Well said. Destin, how about you, man? Oh, hey, real quick, Destin, I just want to say goodnight to Lee. Lee the Nerd's checking out. Hey, Lee, take care. Definitely get some rest, because we've got 13 ghosts to slay tomorrow night. So we're going to need all that slaying power when we put on those glasses. So we'll see you tomorrow night, Lee. Hope you can make it. Have a good night's rest. Take care.
Good night.
All right, Destin, you're up, my man.
Yeah. Well, I would have to say that, like, I still think that it's possible. I really do. And I want it to happen, you know, more than just as much as anybody, you know, I really do. It concerns me with what he's went on Twitter and said, and, you know, he's kind of at this point, like, if they do bring him back in the franchise, he's kind of like, I don't want to say lucky to be there, but like they're asking him to come back and play pretty much. And with him name calling, that's what concerns me. Not, you can support Neve, but name calling and calling it sexism or whatever, it just, you know, that really concerns me, because you don't want to do that to the person that writes your checks, that's asking you to come back to a franchise that you've always wanted to come back to and that your fans want you to. It just doesn't seem like that's what he should do. So either he doesn't know that he would come back as a cameo for this one, he might have to go back and retract his words or something. I think it's more likability. I think it's going to be, if he is back, it's going to be a small cameo near the end of it, but I don't even think that we're going to get that in 6. I think if we do get the opportunity to have him back in this franchise, it's going to be in 7 or later, you know, depending on how many they decide to do of these. But but I never think that it's out. He might have to go back and delete some stuff, retract some stuff, say an apology, something, you know. But I still think it's possible. I just don't think it's going to be in 6.
All right. Yeah, fair enough. And I've always wanted it to be in 7. You guys know that. We've talked about it a lot, and how, you know, like, I wouldn't hate him in 6, of course. I'll take him, but I would love it in 7, because It would just be a nice way to end it all, kind of back where it all began in a way, with
Right.
Yeah.
Stu back, the OG killer to end the trilogy. So, and for those of you who might be, and this is a great question, Jennifer, and if any of you have not yet watched the People versus Stu Macher, this is actually a question that was the very last objection of the night. This was objection number 15. Was, what about the time? What plans he made, and will that eliminate him from returning? And it's a great question. And so make sure you guys, and I'm going to link to it here in case you guys haven't seen it. I'd highly encourage you. Knight was a part of it. Destin, bless his heart, he couldn't be there for the actual performance because he was really ill.
Yeah.
But he went into preparing for the months leading up to it. He was going to be a part of it as well, and he was, just except for kind of like when a football player goes through training camp, they go through practice all week, and they get ready to play, and they have to sit out. But they did all the work. The work was done. So I'm going to put this here in the live in the chat right here. This is the People versus Stu Macher. So just give me 2 seconds while I put this in here, and I'm going to come back and respond to my answer and kind of add on. But yeah, People versus Stu Macher. Here you go. If you guys have not checked this out yet, definitely click this, go over to it, hit the smash that thumbs up button and put it in your bookmark. And when we're done, you should definitely check it out. It was a 3-month project to get that, and we did it. 3 months we put into it. So
Yeah, man.
all right. So as far as Knight hit it on the creative side, 100% agree. Stu Macher, I'll go fast because because if I don't, I will go way too long. So I'm going to kind of make myself go a little quicker. All right. Stu's motive has never been to kill Sydney. So it was never his motive in Scream 1. That was Billy's motive. Stu he just liked to kill. Well, remember what he said?
Mm-hmm.
It was fun. He just loved to kill.
Right.
He was a thrill killer. And so
Mm-hmm.
Sydney, now if this was Billy, it would be totally different. Like if Sydney wasn't in it, I'd be like, oh, yeah. There's no reason for. Of course, with Sam being, you could even make the case because of the way they did Sam, yeah. But the point is, no. That's okay. Don't need Sydney for Stu. Stu's got his best motive of the franchise history to return ever, which is the layup that Guy and James gave in Scream 5 with Sam being Billy's daughter. It's the perfect layup for him to come slam because he wants to reconnect. And I did a video called the Stu's Motives, the 3 R's. One of them is to reconnect with Loomis. It's perfect. It's like, just perfect. Do it. Sorry. Okay. Gosh, it's so close. It's so perfect. Like perfection is just a finger's tip away. And like, are you going to do it? Are you going to do it? Are you going to reach out just a little bit further and touch it? I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see. However, I will say this. I think 7's more likely. But as far as the comments he made, here's my quick answer to that. And I go into it a little more in detail in People versus Stu Macher. But basically, number one, studio executives who hold these business execs, as Jamie Kennedy put it, these people change hands all the time. Their turnover rate is very high in this high pressure, high demand positions. It's entirely possible, right? 1 year from now, these guys are gone. They're not even there anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And there's all new people who are just nothing but sausages and biscuits. They don't care. They're just like, here, come on, Matthew. We love you. And so that's number one. Number two, if these people are anything like indicative of most studio executives that we've seen publicly, then it's all about power, greed, and money and sex. And if they can gain more of any of that by having Matthew Litter in the movie, I think they don't care what he says about them. They could care less. If you're going to bring me $20 more million into my pocket and more power in my studio, you can call me anything you want to. I'll be the bigger man. Right. I'll forgive that. That's just that simple. These people are driven by money. These aren't people necessarily driven by the things you and I would be concerned about. They're in a whole different world we don't live in. So, you know, we're focused on making our mortgage payments and our taking care of our kids. These people are in fantasy land, man. This is like that's like foreign concept. So, and again, I know I'm not saying this about every executive. So I know I'm not trying to say that there are good ones, of course, but I'm just saying you spend what is it 12 years with the Weinsteins that I had to see Wes go through, and how that all. Let me tell you, that is not the. I'm afraid that's not an exception. I'm afraid that's probably happens more than we will ever know about. So, my point to it is this: for guys like us, people who it really matters when your credibility and when your reputation is called into question like that. Those people, those are just words, man. What they care about is money, power. So I don't think it matters. I really don't. I honestly do not think. In a year from now, even if they're still there, I don't think they're going to. It's going to be so long ago. Think back to this time last year, last June. Now I know those were pretty harsh statements. I get that.
Right.
But you know what? A year from now, the movie's going to be out. It's all that stuff's to be in the past. It's going to be anyway. I don't think it's going to matter. That's just my honest opinion. I really don't. Now, I don't know these people. Maybe it does matter to them, and maybe maybe they won't bring him back. But I just have to think that if it's in the works, it's going to get done. I don't think it's going to necessarily derail it. It could, but I don't think categorically. Like some people have been like on the other side, like that's it, it's over. There's no way.
Right.
I'm like, no, let's not get that crazy about it now. There's
Yeah.
always a way when you're talking about millions of dollars.
Oh, yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah, we've seen situations that were a lot more dire than this, come together. So yeah,
That's right. Totally. All right. So I'll get off my rant. I went a little bit longer than I wanted to, but you know what? I wanted to, I shoot from the hip. I shoot from the heart.
yeah.
I just go with the flow, man. I got to get it out sometimes. So, Jennifer,
That's right.
thank you so much. We love you too. Thank you. And I'm so glad you're enjoying the stream tonight and having a good
Absolutely.
time. And for Jennifer, let's see here. Destin, I said you could pick next. What's a clip that comes to mind, my friend? Do you have one that in particular?
Well, I feel like you played most of them now. Let me think. Isn't there another Bobo?
I do. I do have another Boba we haven't seen yet, and I've also got,
I sent
I've
that
also
whole
got a
video.
song there we haven't sung yet tonight in an hour and 44 minutes.
Hey, let's do the song.
We do the song?
There you go.
Let's do the song.
Yeah.
All right. Well, my next stream's going to be on Wednesday, and we still got another like 45 minutes to go. We're not leaving yet. But I want to know, are you guys going to be there? If you can make it.
I'm gonna be there.
I'm already there.
Oh, me too. Let's go. Get it up. Oh, yeah. Everybody, let's go, guys, in the chat. Sing it. I'll be there. Though I may stumble in my way, I'll be there. Oh, yes. Love it.
Yeah.
We're gonna
That
start
song-
a boy band.
Hey, man, right? No doubt. Thank you,
no.
Jennifer.
The Wes Craven Boys.
Great, yeah.
Those crazy boys.
That's so good.
Man.
People are singing it, man. Got to sing it out. That's right. I see
The
everybody
Slasher
saying, "I'll
Street
be there."
Boys.
Oh my gosh, Jason Dyer saying this is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will,
You guys are
5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember Craven's name.
There you go.
Wow. All right, Jason.
Nice.
Always
Nice.
bringing it, man.
Yeah, he is.
Love it.
That's awesome, Jason.
So good. Here we go. Here, let's see what Conrad says here. If you really think Russ brought horror up 2 times with the Nightmare on Elm Street and Scream, imagine being the guy to reinvent horror 2 times. That's awesome. Yeah, no doubt,
I
man.
know it.
That's
I
right.
know.
So ahead of his time.
So much.
I mean, honestly, I
Yeah.
was thinking, the other night, I was like, how different would it be if you swap the directors? If you
Ooh.
made John Carpenter do A Nightmare on Elm Street and you made Wes Craven do Halloween. Just think about how different of a movie it would both of films would have been. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. Have y'all seen, speaking of this, like, have y'all seen the Netflix show, The Movies That Made Us? It's like
Not yet. I mean, you were telling me about that, but
Oh, I
I
did?
haven't. Yeah, you were mentioning that the other day. And I haven't had a chance to see it though.
check it out. There's like 3 seasons, and every episode is like a different film. And Nightmare on Elm Street's one of them. Halloween is one of them. Aliens is one of them. Back to the Future, Jurassic Park, all this kind of stuff. But like really interesting stuff with Wes Craven and Robert Englund on A Nightmare on Elm Street. Check it out if you can check out that episode.
Okay.
Really cool stuff.
Yeah, I really do. I know. It's one of those things where I just know I need to see it because it sounds interesting. It's like I've just never gotten to it. You know what I'm saying? For some reason, all right. But you keep putting the bug in my ear, dude, because I need to just send myself a note, really, and just
I'll text it to you. It's on Netflix. It's called The Movies That Made Us. And there's like 3 seasons out of it, and I just watched it recently, and I was like, why haven't I seen this sooner? Like even the Halloween episode was so great. Like, you just got to see it. You got to see it. A lot of
man.
A lot of cool. And then like even like the Aliens one was like actors that was supposedly in the movie but got fired, but they also got interviewed. So they were like, yeah, I got fired, but I was supposed to play this character or that character, and it was really cool. Really cool stuff.
Wow. Hey, you know what else is really cool, guys? This is an amazing night tonight because what's up, Retro Canadian Life? What's happening? Guys, we got another Craven night in the house. Look at here. Leia joining tonight. This is incredible. This is so awesome, guys. You know, you have no idea how much this makes my night. You guys are amazing. I'm telling you, every time I add to my little slides, my mind, it's just so humbling. And Leah, thank you so much. And I am so happy to say thank you right now in real time. And I'm excited to give my greeting. And this is so great. I get to do it again in this live stream. And man, we got 40 more minutes to go. Could there be another channel member before we end tonight? It could happen. And
I think it will.
I think it very much could. And if it does, the odds are looking better. No, for real. Leah, thank you so much. And now I'm happy to say, Leah, that not only are you a subscriber to the channel, you are now a Cravenite. That's right. You have now stepped into the inner circle of the cult of Craven and have become a part of the inner circle family. You are a family member now of the channel, not just a viewer and an observer, but a family member and a resident of the cult of Craven. So guys, in the chat, you guys have probably already done it, but if you haven't yet, please pour the love onto Leah and let's show her how much we appreciate her tonight. Thank you, Leah. You are amazing. You are now also going to get an invitation to join us for 13 Ghost tomorrow night at 9:30 p.m. Central Time. If you're able to make it, we'd love to have you for your first private members only watch party. We have a great time. We let our hair down when it's just the family, and it's a lot different vibe, and it's a lot of fun. So hopefully you can make it, and thank you so much. Sincerely, that's amazing. Thank you.
Don't forget to drink the Kool-Aid.
Oh yes, we will have the Kool-Aid is served at the door when you come back in. The minute you step in. So yeah, absolutely. We'll have your favorite flavors there: tropical punch, grape, cherry. You know, it's all going to be there and mixed perfectly. And who do I see in the chat here? I don't know when you joined, man, because I'm so behind on the chat. But I will tell you this: I see my good friend Brett James Bishop is here.
Up,
Brett, dude, how are you, my friend? I'm so glad you're here. I was actually really serious. This is all honest God's truth. earlier today, I was thinking, I need to touch base with Brett. I haven't touched base in a few days. And I said, man, I would love to see him tonight. I really did. I really thought that earlier this afternoon. And so that's why I just lit up when I saw your name. Thank you so much for being here tonight, Brett. I hope you're doing well, man. Hope you're doing well.
Yeah, man.
That's so cool. Here's a couple of questions that have come through. I got one here I want to cover here from Nathaniel. Again, a new member from tonight. Says, I'm sure you've been asked this question before, but when did you first see Scream?
Ooh.
Yes.
Nice.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll start us off. Destin and then Knight. We'll close this out for this question. I first saw Scream 1 in the first, I think it was like the first week of January 1997 in theater. So I saw it about 2 weeks or so after it came out, approximately. And it was revolutionary. It rocked my world, and I always say it's been rocking it ever since. And couldn't get enough of it. I don't even remember how many times I went back to see that movie. I don't even remember. It was that many.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was for me. I was there. I'm an OG Legacy fan. I've seen every release in theaters opening day since they've come out. Yeah. Destin, how about you, man? What was your first experience?
Well, it was definitely in the theaters when it first came out. I don't know if it was the first weekend, but I did go to the theaters pretty often whenever I was a kid. Like a group of kids would go to our local theater that was close to our homes. It was almost like walking distance. But I was not allowed to see it. I was not. I was, how old was I? Like 11. And I was probably supposed to watch Jumanji or whatever was coming out that weekend, and I was like, no, I'm sneaking into this movie. And when I did,
wow,
I cannot count how many times that I watched that movie every weekend, because we went to the movies pretty much every weekend, me and my friends, and it was a group of us, and even if they would go to another movie, I would always sneak in to Scream or whatever horror movie, if it was whatever at that weekend. I just refused to watch She's All That or whatever was out that weekend.
Oh gosh.
But I don't know if that came out in the same. I'm just giving an example, but
no, I understand.
Yeah. So I was also dragging people to the movie, and it was like it's like the movie just gained more popularity the way it came, and even especially when it hit VHS, it was like a fire that was lit, and I felt like I was a part of that. It was a horror movie made for horror fans, and it spoke to me, and it's a very special movie to me.
Is it still speaking to you today? I think
it
is, isn't it?
It is. Talking about it, I want to watch it right now.
I know. Impromptu Scream 1 watch party. Get ready. No, I tell you. Night.
Set it up.
Don't tempt me, man. We can actually do that. I know. Oh, Knight, how about you? Tell us your very first experience.
Yeah, it was when it came out, and I had heard, I don't know, I think I had a couple of friends that were kind of talking about it or whatever, and I saw it in theaters. And obviously, being a huge fan of Wes Craven, I was excited to see it. I remember that. And I also remember how the pulse of horror was at that time. It was kind of like a down time. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, especially for slashers. And I remember going to the theater. I remember, just kind of being invested in these characters that we were introduced to, what would soon become the OG3 and so forth. And of course, Jamie Kennedy, he was amazing too. But my jaw was dropped in that movie multiple times. Obviously, the opening scene, and at that time, and I still am, but I've always been a Drew Barrymore fan. So to see Drew Barrymore get killed like that, I was like, what? Because she was really promoted as being, integral to the movie,
Yeah, man.
And so that automatically put me on a different path, right? And then, of course, the reveal, just these characters, Billy and Stu, so many great things. When I left the theater, I was like, I knew it was going to be something very important for years to come, and obviously it was. So it was fantastic.
It really was.
Fantastic.
Did you guys get the same feeling I had? I think I know the answer, but I still want to ask. The same feeling I had where you've witnessed something very special, different. This was really special, what you just saw. Yeah, it was. Nothing had felt like that.
And you know, even just like before that, I was a big Freddy fan. So it was just, and then just seeing those little Freddy references, even Wes Craven, you know, not you, Fred, you know, being the janitor there. Like I was just like, this is my jam. Like, and it was a movie that I just wanted to see over and over, and I did. And when it came out, I remember my sister was, and I'll shut up about it for a second, but I'm geeking out. But I'm going down memory lane. But my sister was dating some guy at the time at a video store, a local video store, and he was able to get these screeners before the films even came out on, you know, VHS, and they'd always have like that stuff at the bottom, you know, but you know, they were screeners, and the movie was still in theaters, and I was able to watch this at home. And even though that I was able to watch this at home, and he let me borrow this screener, I still, when I went to the theater, I still watched it. I was like, no, I'm not going to watch Spice World. I'm not watching this crap.
Spice World.
But all these kids are watching, you know, like what all the kids were watching at the time. Whatever was going on at that time, I was just like, no, I'm not. I'm going to watch Scream. I'm just saying, like, these are the type of movies that were coming out in whenever I was a kid. All right, let me ask you a question. Anybody want to see Spice World? They want to see Scream? Let me know. Which one sounds better?
Yeah.
I'm not getting dragged to Spice World.
That was good, man. I will not forget that one for a while.
That needs to be I don't know, I need to go put that on, tweet it out or something, or like, you know, I'm not going to see Spice World. Just leave. That's all I'm going to say. What are you talking about?
I'm going to be like Destin said, we cannot ever speak of Spice World again.
Yeah. But you can scream all you want, though.
You can scream all you want.
Yeah.
I love it.
Jay says, a Scream watch party or we riot. Oh, no. Man, I shouldn't have brought that up, man. That's not the crowd's getting antsy. I want a watch party. Speaking of Jay Dead, he said this earlier. I thought this was cool. Scream 6 opening scene. Flashback to Scream 1 establishing how Stu survived. Ooh. Right? What? Just to start the movie off. Scream 6 end credit scene, phone rings. Stu answers, I was hoping you would call. We don't see who calls, but it could be Sid.
Oh,
okay.
Uh-oh.
It sounds like a lot of intrigue. I'd be down for that.
Yeah, man. I like that because it's so open-ended, you know?
Yes. Yeah. It doesn't lock you into Sydney, but it
exactly.
could.
I was just about to say it keeps you safe in case something doesn't happen with Neve again.
Again, I know.
I know, man. I'm still so bummed. Even talking about it, man, I still get a little like, you know.
Yeah.
I'm
just looking at the chat, and I just want to clarify, I'm not hating on Spice World. That's your jam. Hey, do you, boo? I'm just saying, like, I mean, it's not a bad movie. I mean,
hey,
I'm just saying that.
I have never seen it. To be in all honesty, I've never seen it. It might be a
watch
decent
party.
Movie. Destin, you're going to host that, right? Okay, Destin's going to host the Spice World watch party.
Oh man. I can see the thumbnail right now.
Oh my gosh!
It'll be a picture of all the Spice Girls, and Destin will be in the middle, like
right in the middle.
Hey, I'm putting all of I'm photoshopping all of our heads on each Spice Girl.
Oh no! Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh!
Oh man!
With your consent.
Right.
Brett says it's a terrible movie, but it's so bad it's good. So it's one of those kind. Okay.
Yes.
Got it. Got it. Michael says, when do we think we'll get the Halloween Ends trailer? I think, I think we're going to get it absolutely in the next 2 or 3 weeks. I think it's coming in July for
gotta
sure.
be. It's gotta
It
be.
has to be.
I was so
'Cause
surprised
it can't be later.
Yeah,
No.
I was so surprised. Like I know everyone was thinking it was going to be at the beginning of Black Phone, which we did have some great trailers for the beginning of
Yes.
that. Yeah, what's the next Blumhouse property that's coming to theaters? What's big? Do y'all know? Like I'm not sure what else is
I
it could be
looked it
released
up.
in front of. Or do you think they're just going to drop it?
I think they're gonna. Well, Nope.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be with Nope.
Nope, that's it. That's the one. That's not Blumhouse, but
No.
but that's okay because it doesn't have to be the same studio. So
Right. Yeah.
Nope it has to be Nope, right?
It has to be Nope.
Or
It can't-
sooner.
It can't be after Nope because it just won't even make any sense. This thing is coming out in October. You know what I'm saying? You got to have
Exactly.
the ramp up. So, but I wouldn't
Yeah.
be surprised if it's before Nope. So that
Same.
like you said, Stephen, that would put us into 2 to 3 weeks from now.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think so,
It's gotta
man.
be.
I think it's one of those things where, excuse me, sorry, but that probably blew some people's ears out. I think it could be at any point, literally, like it could be tomorrow, it could be Wednesday. I'm looking forward every day because I know
too.
I'm going to wake up night and at 8 a.m. Central, so when they drop these things, 9 Eastern, 6 a.m. California time, it's going to be there. Universal's going to have it linked into YouTube.
Yep.
And there we go.
And you know the
Trailer
rules.
breakdown.
You gotta text me if you see it before me, or if I see it before you.
Yes, exactly. Either one. I promise you, I will be checking that thing 8 a.m. The minute I see it, whatever time in the morning, I'm going to be texting you right then and say, dude, it's out. That's all I got to say. You already know. I'm going to say, it's out.
Yep.
Go.
right.
Hey, text me too. Hey, don't leave me out of this.
I'll text both of you. I got both of y'all's digits. I know how to call you.
We ain't gonna tell Destin shit.
Yeah, Destin. You know what? I'm just gonna take you out of the live chat so him and I can chat. I'll bring you back in a private conversation. No, man.
He's gonna be late to the game.
No, not at all. Maverick saying hello. Hey, man. Thanks for coming by. I'll check this on the replay. Okay. The wife is slowly coming around and watching horror movies, so I'm showing her Stepfather, 87, baby steps. Okay.
Yes. It's a good movie.
Hey, it took a while, Maverick, to get my wife around to it. Like, I mean, at first she just did not care for him, and now she's grown appreciation to it.
Isn't that cool?
She cried when we all know what happened to Dewey. I was like, whoa! I was looking over my wife. I was like, you cried? Like, really? like I never thought I would see her cry in a Scream movie or a horror movie at all. But she was like, yeah, that got to me.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's awesome, Mav, and have fun with your wife. Have a good time. Hope she enjoys it, and you continue to bring her down the path, the primrose path.
That's right.
How many stepfathers were there? Like, I think I remember seeing like 2 of them.
There was 2, and then there was a remake.
Oh, so there was only 2 older versions.
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought there was like 4 or 5 or something.
Well,
don't
don't quote me on that. There could have been more than 2, but I only know of 2.
Okay.
Of the old ones, but I know there was a remake as well.
Yeah. I remember seeing the remake. Yeah, there was a remake. Yeah.
I never saw the remake. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Heather's coming in with a $2 super chat. Heather, thank you very, very much. Go ahead and put your question in your chat. I know the question didn't come through here. I saw your note here. So if go ahead and put your question in the regular chat right now, and I am looking for it. So as soon as it comes in, I will go ahead and we can address that. So definitely let me know. Let's see here. While we're waiting for that to come through, what else did I have over here? I was gonna do.
Oh, you know what? It is 3 of them. I'm sorry, I just looked it up.
Is it
3
really?
of the old ones. Yep, and 3 of the old ones and a remake.
Oh, wow.
For the Stepfather. I'll have to catch. I don't remember the 3rd one. I don't even remember if I saw the 3rd one, but the first one was really good. The second one was pretty good too.
Yeah, I just I don't remember anything with the first one. I don't think I've seen any sequels of that movie. Honestly, I don't think I
I
saw.
Yeah, I did an episode on it just like a month ago or so, and we really we had a good time with that one. We had a good time with that one. The lead actor in it, he's awesome, man. Terry
Yeah.
O'Quinn, he was in Lost, the show Lost, and he's really
Yep.
really good. Yeah.
Nice. Hey guys, real quick for those of you in the chat who maybe just have come into the stream, I know it'll come in and let in and out and ebb and flow. Listen, we're at 98 likes. We're only 2 away from 100 likes. So if any of you have not yet smashed the thumbs up, if you do me a big favor and just go there right now and just tap it, takes you 2 seconds or less, click that thumbs up button, because the higher this number goes, the more it is literally putting this out to people right now. It says recommended. So would greatly appreciate it, guys, if you've not done that. Let's get this thing to triple digits. Oh, bam. Okay. 104. There we go. Thank you,
Wow.
guys. That was quick. Thank you so much.
There you go.
Let's continue. Let's get it to 110. Let's get it on up into 110s. All right. So Heather, for your $2 super chat, here's your question. Let's see. Or is this your question? Hold on. Maybe it's not. Is this it? Maybe it's okay. I'm assuming this is it. Thank you, Craven. Let's get it up. Craven, watch party for Scream now. Baby, does everyone own Scream? Stu. Heather, I would love to do a watch party now. And I know I teased it earlier, but I just can't do it tonight. I know we're going to be doing something pretty cool here in a little bit tonight. Are we still doing what we talked about tonight? Is that still set up? Okay.
I got it all set up, man.
Okay, man. So what we're going to do tonight is something that Knight and I have talked about doing, and we actually kind of done it. We just didn't like officially plan it before.
Right.
But we're going to be doing kind of a handoff, a channel handoff. So what we're going to happen is in 20 minutes the stream's going to end, and even with 70 people here, which is just, I mean, it's hard to end a stream with 70 people in the live chat. Yeah. That is really hard to say, just shut it off, man. Wow. But we'll that's the plan, is to transition over to Knight's channel at midnight, and then I think he's going to do some streaming over there. So I want you, whoever is available, to go check out the Night Watch Zone. And by the way, everyone, if you've not subscribed to the Night Watch Zone or Destination Station, my two guests here, please go subscribe. I have links to their channels in the description right now. It's already there of this live stream. And simply go there, click and subscribe. You're going to really enjoy their content if you've never seen it. Trust me. I won't put it. I never bring guests in here that are going to waste your time. All right. So please go check them out. Subscribe to their channels and mine as well if you have not yet already. And much appreciated. And we very much appreciate that.
Thank you, Steven.
Absolutely, man. And Leah says, I really need to get back to this exam prep. I'm just sitting here watching this, absolutely tired. I'm going to put Scream on and get back to this. Hope to speak again. Leah, thank you so much for jumping in the live stream. And I'm so thankful that you found us. I think I saw your comment earlier saw the name of it, of breaking news, and that's what got you in. And I really appreciate you just clicking the button. And I'm so thankful that you enjoyed the content tonight and became a channel member. That's huge. If it's your first stream and you enjoyed it that much, that says a lot. So that means a lot. So Leah, thank you. I stream, listen, every Saturday night at 9:30, every Monday night at 9:30, every Wednesday morning at 10:30 a.m. Central. Those are my 3 stream calendar days every week. You can lock it in. And I generally will squeeze one in somewhere else, usually, like on maybe a Thursday night or Wednesday nights maybe. But anyway, point is, if you smash the bell notification button on my channel right now, you'll get a notification for every single live stream I set up. But I would love to see you back. I'll be looking for you. And welcome. I'm so glad. Thank you for being a part of the community. That's so amazing. And wish you luck on your exam prep, whatever you're studying.
Yes.
And I hope that the Scream background will just fill you with the inner insanity to study of Billy and Stu, and you'll slice and dice that exam to a passing grade.
Right.
All right, let's see. What do we got here? Brett saying I'm calling tonight. All right, my man. Look, thanks for jumping in. Good to see you back, man. Just seeing your name, Brett, lit my whole attitude. Not my attitude, but my whole. Help me out, guys.
Your being.
Everything. Yes, just everything just lit up within me to see you here, man. So
yeah, man.
Hang in there. Keep fighting through it. It's going to keep getting better. And rest. And we'll, when you're better, my friend, I'm bringing you back. So heal up, man, so I can get you on in July. All right, let's do this thing. You take care. All right. So, guys, for Heather's super chat, we need to, let's see here. Let's do something special here. Let me go to my list, my playlist for Heather. And what have we not done? Is there anything we've not done in a while? Let's see. You know what we haven't done since the opening? You guys weren't even here at the very, very opening. That's how I started the stream off. It's time to get it up. Let's go, Heather. This is for you, Heather. Get it up, my friends. Here we go.
Yeah! I'm ready, baby!
All right, Destin. Got the stew clothes on. Come on, Destin.
Get up! Get up!
Get it up.
Get up!
Get it up.
It was fun.
It was fun.
Thanks, buddy.
Oh, man.
I think I'm dying here, man.
My parents are gonna be so mad at me.
Yes. Oh, man. They're just so darn good. Oh, my gosh. Let's take a look here. Director says it was a blast. Appreciate everything. Thanks for another gem, Craven. Oh, you're more than welcome, man. I'm so glad. Thank you. So glad for being here. Another very recent Cravenite. So glad you're here tonight. Mavic says popcorn and candy's ready. Oh boy.
Nice.
Get it up, man. Let her rip. Let's see here.
What's y'all's favorite popcorn? This was like on my last stream. Like we were talking about flavors of popcorn. What do y'all? I mean, like I'm an old fashioned guy. Like butter salt. You know,
Yes.
like don't
Me
mess
too.
with it. Movie theater popcorn. That's it. Like
That's right.
I just can't. I can't get into the kettle corn. I can't get into the. I mean, maybe a little bit of caramel, maybe around the holidays or something. But like I can't do it regularly. You know.
Right. I feel the same way, man. I'm all about the OG.
Yeah.
You know, get some butter, get some salt. We call it good.
Yeah.
Kettle corn is all right, but I can't eat a lot of it.
Right.
I'm just not a fan.
Yep.
I'll tell you, man, it's just straight up salt and butter, man. That's just the way to go. And now if we're doing it at home and like we don't have the movie theater, like the real movie theater popcorn,
right?
There's a brand. I've gone through multiple cycles through the years of trying different microwave popcorns to see which one has the best. Well, to my taste, the best. And I found the one that I'm like, this is the one. I've gone through the Act 2s, the Orville Red, and all those.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys probably know it. It's called Blast O Butter. You ever heard of
I've
this?
seen it. Yeah, I've
Blast O Butter. It's like it's like, I can't remember. I forgot I have to Google it, the company. Blast O Butter is the best butter microwave popcorn that I've tasted personally.
I'm gonna try it.
I'm serious, man. If you like that butter microwave popcorn, I've tried all the different. I tried extra butter from like Act 2 and Orville, the movie theater, all the different variations of butter. The Blasto butter is to me the very best microwave popcorn. Yep.
No.
And I'm not getting paid to do that.
I was surprised of and this is just because like at my old job, like we had like these like snack baskets or whatever, so they would put this type of popcorn in it, and it was Kirkland's popcorn.
Oh, really?
I was pleasantly surprised. Like the butter flavor was really good. I was like, man, this is actually really good. But
Wow.
typically I make homemade, popcorn. Like I order the stuff that the movie theaters have, like that butter salt and the coconut buttery oil, and I make it on stovetop. And
Wow, there you go, man.
man, I'm telling you, it's so good. It's hard to go back. It really is.
that.
Wow.
Yeah. Probably not good for you, but it's damn good.
Nice.
Now I've had a few comments that have come in that I've been hanging on to, and going to try to get to those before I go, or before we go, I should say. And let's see. Here's one from Luck, and it looks like Luck's got my Lucky Charms. I see the charms, the leprechaun. And we got us a question for the Lucky Charms. Okay, I'll stop. Sorry. Anytime I see a leprechaun, I just think about Lucky Charms. I have to say that. Unless we're looking at the leprechaun at Brandon's place from I Like Scary. Now, that's a different leprechaun over there. That's a whole nother ball game right there. So
it is.
Let's take a look here. Luck has a question for us. Hey, Craven, what would be your thoughts on the Maureen kill by Stu and Billy? What would be my thoughts on this? Well, I don't know exactly what you're looking for on this one, because I mean, do you mean like, what are my thoughts on them killing her? Maybe? Or are you saying like a flashback scene? Perhaps that they did that. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah. They said a scene like that, maybe like a flashback scene.
Like a flashback scene. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. So, well, Brandon's still here. I love it. I wasn't even sure if Brandon was still here. Says, gotta love Lep. That's right, my man. Brandon's got that serious leprechaun. That's great. So how would you guys feel about it? And then I'll go around. So, Knight, I'll start with you this time. How would you feel about seeing that?
Yeah, I'd be up for it, because I think it'd be something that just, adds to the mythology of the movies, because it's always been, about Maureen, as far as the ultimate beginning of all of this craziness. So I'd be all up for them doing, something to show, her death or how it was done.
Mm-hmm.
And we've even talked about, maybe a scene where Billy and Stu are talking about how they're going to do it or something like that. So I'd be up for it. I mean, obviously they'd have to do, the de-aging thing, but we saw what they did with Skeet, so that'd be fine. Yeah, I'd be all for it.
Yeah, man. Okay. Destin, man. How about you, man? Are you up for us finally seeing that Marine kill by Stu and Billy?
I mean, I've always wanted to see it, honestly, but this late in the game, I don't feel like it's necessary, unless they bring something else to the table, as far as like maybe there's another connection to this new motive of a killer or something. But it would be really cool to see the build up to the first Ghostface kill. If we saw it from the perspective of Billy and Stu, and they were planning it out, and then they were trying to find the right costume to do the job and all that, like that would be something really cool to see. Would it be a flashback? I don't know if I'd want that as an opening scene, unless it's very, detrimental to the story, like I said, like the new motive for this new Ghostface or something. But maybe a short flashback scene. I doubt we would get like a full blown out how they would, orchestrate the whole thing. But it would definitely be cool just to see them, being back and forth and just trying to figure things out. And then I've always wanted to see, like, you go left, you go around back, I'll be up here, type of scenario, like them orchestrating the whole thing. But I just feel like this far in the game, that passion, or that want that I've always wanted to see on screen has kind of dissipated. Like,
it's gone down. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gone down tremendously.
Yeah.
But I'm there. I understand the want for it.
Yeah.
Because I was there not too long ago.
Heck yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'd still love to see it, man. I mean, especially if they get Lynn McCree back, man. I mean,
Well, yeah.
man, I would love to see her back in that spot somehow, even if it was for like a murder scene, you know. And without Sydney there, it's harder to get there. It's a lot harder to get there with Sydney not being in the movie. I think.
I know.
You know, if Sydney's there, you always have a chance for a nightmare again, or whatever, some kind of a vision. But here's the thing though, we don't know who Tara's dad is,
Right.
and we also don't know who Christina Carpenter, which is Tara's dad, she was dating, because he would have known Billy and Stu, and he would have known Sydney, and possibly Maureen. So you could backdoor engineer, if you think about it, a way into making that happen. But it would have to, like you say, it has to really make sense with the story they're telling now. And I just don't think you can do it without Neve. I mean, I think you could, but I don't think you really would, right? Without Neve. So, look, I hope that was what you're looking for. That's those are my thoughts on it. And if Neve ever returns, and I hope she does, obviously, then I say that could be back on the table. But it's just going to be hard to do without Neve. So, anyway, hopefully that was what you're looking for, and that added some color for you. And I see real quick we have some people coming in super late here, just now joining. Jay, what's up, Jay Charisma? Welcome, man. We are so good to see you. We're going to be ending here shortly, but you got to check out the replay. All right, you got to definitely check out the replay for sure. It's definitely one that we talk about Neve a lot. We didn't even get to Gale, which I was going to talk about Gale. So I guess really quick, I need to shift gears super quick here because and David Screws is just now joining too. What's up, David? You're just joining late. My son took over my phone. Well, welcome, man. Thanks for hopping in. So real quick, here's what I made a video on earlier this morning that I want to share with you guys. This is Gail Weathers finally, after all this time, coming out and saying that she's finally in this movie. Because remember, all the stuff she said before is, I got a script, but I haven't read it yet. And then she's interviewed 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago, and she's like, they asked her if she's going to be in it with Neve, and she's like, well, I don't know where the contracts are at, but it's a really good script. So she had read it, but she still didn't say. Well, here we go, guys. These are her words. There is Courtney Cox. Here you go. I did not die, so yes, you will see me. Gail's pretty strong. She may not ever die, but who knows? So there it is. There it is, guys. Courtney Cox is unlike the Neve situation, which we talked about earlier. I know some of you are joining right here at the very end. Is we do not believe the rumor for Neve is true. We just do not this time. But absolutely, Gail's coming back. It's done deal, so we can finally say yes, 100%, guys. She is going to be in the movie. Like I know we all thought she would be, but you never know until they say. So
that's right.
We finally do have it. We finally do have it. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome, Luck. You're welcome, Luck. Hope it was. Hope that's what you were. Hope that's what you were looking for. Oh, he said it totally is. There it is. There's the answer. Okay, great. And coming in here, look at Jay coming in. Jay coming in with a $20 super chat. Oh, Jay, thank you, my man. Scream 6 will be a big movie for Gale. Takes place in New York. Courtney will finally have a big role. Ghostface is after Gale because Gale knows where Sydney is. Yeah, that's a good angle, kind of like the Cotton angle. Yeah.
Yeah.
This connects to Sid's Scream 6 final scene. Your thoughts? Yeah. So, okay. Destin, how about you go first, Knight, and then I'll finish us with this one.
Well, possibly. I think that Gale is going to have a significant role in this and everything. I don't know if it's going to have a connection to Sid's Scream 6 final scene. I don't know if I think that if anything, we'll be lucky to get Neve in Scream 7. Crossing our fingers that maybe they change their mind and they can squeeze her in last minute. You know, anything can happen, honestly.
Right.
And they can hide anything from us, you know, and that would be a great surprise. But I think Courtney will know where Sydney's at. I think she'll probably be the only one to know, really. If anybody knows, it'll only be Sydney. And maybe there will be some dialogue to where, you know, Gale is talking to a detective like she was with Kincaid in Scream 3 and just like, yeah, I'm not giving up that information. Just like Dewey was very protective of her. She's not going to do that. And maybe that's why Ghostface comes after her. Like, that could be part of Ghostface's plan is like, tell me where Sydney's at, you know, but, you know, it just never works, you know. I think it's going to be more focused on the Carpenter sisters, but I'm saying that like that could be a scene. So I don't know. I think Courtney is going to have a big role, but I don't think she's going to have as big of a role as we think she is. I think she's might have as much of a big role as she did in 5, if anything.
Okay. All right. Interesting. Okay, man. Knight, how do you feel about Gale? Do you think she's going to have that increased role in the film, or what's your feeling right now?
Yeah, I think she will, and I hope that that's what will happen. You would think that's what's going to happen. Again, you know, we've talked about that. But as far as her having knowledge about Sydney, I mean, that would make sense. But I don't, again, we don't know what's going on with Neve. That's such a black hole in a way.
Yeah.
And so I hate almost to do too much speculation. You know, I keep hoping that any day we'll get, you know, something more definitive. But like you said, Destiny, we may not know until we're in the theater. You know, that would not surprise me. I mean, we know obviously what happened with Andrew Garfield. I don't need to say anymore, you know.
Exactly.
So, but I do think Gale will have a bigger role, and I'm happy about that.
Yep, and I'll close out this question with saying I do personally feel she will have a larger role. I think with Sydney out of this movie, and for those of you who are joining late, definitely go back and check the replay when this is going to end in a minute, because we spend the first hour and change going over basically talking about Neve. So definitely check the replay out. But Jay, I think that she will have an extended role because Neve is out, and I don't believe the rumor to be true. So I think that her and Kirby's roles have gone up maybe even more than they originally planned. I think it's highly possible, because remember, if Jamie Kennedy said, if he's right, that Sydney had a larger role in this one than even in 5, alluding to why he was so angry about the salary dispute.
Right.
If that's the case and she's gone, there's scenes there that either they have to rewrite and divvy up that time to somebody else. I think it goes to Gale and Kirby personally. So I think you're going to have the core 4 that they're going to be featuring, but they're going to have Gale almost like running these simultaneous plot lines that are going on at the same time. And I think that Gale has a chance to really be kick tail like she was in the old days. I mean, not that Scream 5 version of Gale. I mean, Scream 2, Scream 3 version of Gale, man. And that's what I want to see, man. And I want to see her chased, and I want to see her really fighting and engaging and all that. So that's absolutely what I'm hoping to see and what I'm expecting to see. And as far as Sydney goes, man, yeah, again, hopefully the final scene, there are ways they can do it without Sydney. We talked about it. You could have someone calling a caller ID and it says Sid, like Sid, and like, you know, you don't ever hear Sydney pick up. You see her dialing the phone. That's easy. Destin, you mentioned one earlier too. I forgot. It's slipping my head, but there's ways that they could allude to it being Sydney, but if they couldn't get her back in 7, it wouldn't have to be Sydney. Yeah. So that's that's my response on that one, Jay. Great question, man, and I hope that answers it for you, man. That's kind of our thoughts on it. And real quick here, I know we're running a little bit over at night. I know we're causing you to be late and I don't know if you need to bail real quick. I don't want to mess you up.
Well, no, I could get ready to head on over there, and if you guys want to wrap up and then swing on over, that's fine with me.
Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah. Because I know that I think you'd said it at midnight, and I don't want to jam you up. So we'll wrap up here. And then
Destin,
we can.
You're more than welcome to come over too, Destin. If you want, I can send you. If you're still up and about and want to hang out for a little bit longer.
Yeah, possibly. What are we doing?
I love
doing more of this, right?
What's gonna happen? We're going over to my channel, buddy. But if you want to come over to mine, we're gonna be talking for a little bit longer.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Possibly. Yeah. Just send me the link just in case, and
right.
I'll check on a couple of things. But just before we do wrap up, I wanted to say that I hope all these things too about Gale. I want her to have that have a more kick-ass role. I want her to have more screen time. But that leads into my problem is that there's too many characters.
Like, well, they're at 12. They're at 12 right now.
Somebody's getting cut. Some of their scenes are getting cut, and I don't know.
Listen. They wanted Neve. That means we'd be at 13. Which is the same number we had in Scream 5 was 13. That's the same. We're at 12 right now. Yeah. And our biggest concern was if they do 12 or 13 again, then it's going to be Scream 5 again. Because there's no way you can develop all those people unless, 6 or 7 of these people which are going to be dead anyway. All these new people are all going to die. Unless you start gutting them out quickly, but I know what you're saying, man. That's my biggest concern. Is I didn't want them to have more than like 7, 8, or 9 people. Not at the most. But we're at 12, and I think they still got more.
Body count is always bigger.
Always bigger. Right? Exactly, man.
Yeah, that was good.
That's good. And I've got another super chat to get to also after this one right here. So real quick, for Jay, for your $20 super chat, man, that is so generous. Thank you, man. Let's do. Let's see here. What would be a good one, real quick, guys, for Jay? How about you know what? Sometimes this stuff can get confusing, and sometimes you may find yourself in this position.
Is confusing. It is confusing. Say your god pronouns.
I mean, that's what happens when rumors start dropping, man. Things can get confusing.
That's right.
Jay, thank you, my man, again for your support, man. I'm so pumped to hear your new stuff in the studio that you guys are working on, man. Cannot wait. And also, Jay hitting it back, following it up with a $10 super chat. Thank you, man. This is awesome, Jay. Thank you. What are your thoughts on opening kill being on the subway train late night, including the driver going down with second Ghostface involved for opening? One Ghostface takes over the train, the other executes. Oh my gosh, man. Ooh. I will have to say this. Tomorrow at 10, I think it's going to be 10 a.m. Central Time, I am dropping an exclusive Montreal update video with my pal Chris from Discover Montreal. We filmed it last night. It's dropping in the morning. I got a few little things to edit, and it's ready to go. And we spent an hour talking about Montreal and all the filming locations. He's created maps for us, showing filming location sites. It's incredible. You guys have got to watch this video tomorrow at 10 a.m. But he was talking to me about the amazing subway system in Montreal. And he said in the video, he says, if they don't film some subway scenes, they are blowing it. They're missing a huge opportunity. So that's what it takes me right to that comment that he mentions in the video you'll see tomorrow about Subway, and no, not the sandwich, an actual Subway. And dude, I think that's awesome. What do you guys think, real quick? What do you guys think, Knight? I know you got to head out. What do you think, man?
Yeah, well, I agree. I mean, look, we're hoping a lot for this film, and I'm just hoping that they just make the best choices because, like I said, this is a crossroads type of film to me. You know, this could really predict where the franchise is going to go in the future. You know, so yeah, I mean, it could be anything is possible. It really could be. You know,
yeah.
They got to use the setting. They're in friggin' New York. You know.
Well, that's the whole thing. It's like, why go to Montreal and say you're in New York and and not to use what's available? You can do it, you know.
That's right.
And he was telling me how John Wick, like 2 of the John Wick films, filmed there in Montreal. And there's one of the scenes in the subway in John Wick. I don't know which one it was. Maybe the second one. We were trying to remember in our conversation where there's a pencil. He uses a pencil, and anyway. That sequence was done there on the subways in Montreal. But anyway, Destin, how about you, man? How would you feel about an opening scene on the subway?
I mean, I wouldn't mind it. I mean, I was just trying to picture like what they could actually do. Like if somebody was trying to get away, they felt like they were being stalked, or maybe they're on their phone, and then they get on the subway, and then the subway kind of gets deserted. Like some of the passengers get off at a certain exit, you know, and then maybe they see a ghost face on one side and then another ghost face. Like maybe at the very beginning we get 2 ghost faces coming in on both sides of the cart, you know, and they have nowhere to go. And like, I don't know, I think there's some really interesting claustrophobic things they could do with that. I like it. I think it would really set the mood, you know, and it could be built up like the first kill, like, was this a ghost face attack, or is this just a coincidence? This is just another murder on a subway type thing, you know, that would be all over the news the next morning. So it wouldn't be like, oh, you know, this is definitively a ghost face attack, you know. It would just be kind of like a question mark leading into the movie. So
yeah.
But it would have to be somebody significant. It can't just be, I don't think it needs to be a random. It has to be somebody connected to our characters.
Could it be an opening kill of Chad in the subway going home?
I don't want Chad. I don't want it. I want Chad to breathe a little bit before we say goodbye.
You would think so, man. They just saved his life, for God's sakes. Okay.
Yeah. For what? Just to kill him again?
Well, that's what I'm saying, right? Why would you do that, right?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, look. We're going to go ahead and we're going to call it a stream. You guys are amazing. We're going to end it with 50 people in the live stream. This is amazing. Still here after 2 hours and 40 minutes. I know a lot of you have just come in. And for all of you who have just come in, I would ask you to go and check out the replay after this is done in just a second. And be sure and smash the thumbs up button. We're at 106 likes. And I know we got some new folks here. So do me a favor and smash that. Let's get that to 110 or higher. Jay, thank you so much for your $10 super chat here as well to round out the night. And for you, real quick, my friend, I have a bowl of soup.
There's an awful face in my soup.
All right. I want to say thank you to my guest tonight, Night Watch Zone. What's up, Night? Thank you, my man. I appreciate you. And
absolutely,
Destin. Man. From Destination Station, thank you, my man. This has been fun. And for everyone here, I want to ask and encourage you all to go over to the Night Watch Zone. I got a link in the description below, and I need to put a link to your channel right here. Man, wish I had it. Let me get the. You'll find it. It's right there on the channel. It's in the description. Just go down and click it. You'll see it. And he is about to start right now. He's actually kept him late here. He's going to leave now. He's heading out. He's going to go start up his live stream. And I would love for you guys to all go and show some support to the Night Watch Zone. We hang out together all the time. He's a part in the Lethal Collective with me. And so everybody head on over there right now. Get in line. He's on his way. And we'll call it a night here. And Destin, I know we'll be together again soon, my friend. This was fun.
Yeah, man.
And appreciate you, man. And Knight, again, appreciate you too.
Absolutely, man. Well, thank you.
Thank you for the
It's
invite.
good to hang out.
It's been a fun night.
Yeah,
It's been a lot of fun.
And I sent you a thing on Instagram in case you did want to come over, Destin. So, but if not,
thanks.
we got to do. If not, we got to do it at some point in the future.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. But yeah, I will give you a definitive answer here in about 5 minutes.
All right.
If I pop in,
right.
you already got my answer.
There's your answer. That's funny.
All right, guys.
And at night, should you send me that link, man? I can jump in for like 15 minutes, man. I can just like get you started, and then I'll have to head out. Okay, yeah, shoot that over to me. All right, so Night, I'll say goodnight, and then I'm going to say goodnight to everybody else, and we'll shut it down. And I'll see you soon. All right.
Catch you guys later.
Catch you shortly.
All right.
See you, man.
Later, guys.
So, all right. So this has been fun. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I've had a great time. And we're going to do this again on Wednesday morning. So everyone, be sure and check out my live stream Wednesday morning. It is Kicking Back with Craven. I do every Wednesday morning at 10:30 Central. It's my once a week morning stream. And after that, who knows? You know, you'll always catch me here on Saturday nights and Monday nights. But I'm liable to pop up one other night. It's possible. Maybe Wednesday, maybe Thursday. Who knows?
If you're having the case of the Mondays, Craven will make it better.
That's right. Thank you, Destin. That's my goal, man. That's why I want to do it on Monday nights, because I'm like, I just settled into Saturdays and Mondays. It's like Saturdays right in the middle of the weekend, and then 2 days later it's Monday. I'm throwing them out, and like nobody likes Mondays, so we're going to end it. We're going to end it on a good note. Yeah. So thank you, buddy.
Yeah, man.
This is great, man. All right, guys.
I'm gonna say this one last thing. I almost said it earlier, but I like my first job whenever I was like 16 years old was like CC's Pizza. I don't know if you know what that is, or if
I
you
do.
have
Oh, they got them down here. Oh yeah.
Okay, so that was like my first job, and my boss would always get mad because I wouldn't be so enthusiastic, like saying, "Hi, welcome to CC's" or something like that. But then there was this thing that was like, bye, CC you later, like.
Oh,
and I did that on my stream earlier, and now like people on my stream are like, "See you later." Like I'm like, "Oh, I'm not gonna live that down." So I almost said that tonight a second ago. That's why I'm bringing that up,
dude. I love it.
Yeah.
Hey, Enlightened Kid, we're just about to shut down, but listen, the replay mode's about to start, so make sure you go and watch the replay mode, and yeah, definitely join us there. That's awesome, dude. That's a funny. That's a funny story. You know, nothing wrong with being zealous and enthusiastic.
Yeah,
right?
It was just there. Like they were like over enthusiastic. Like I would always be off key. Like I'd be like the last one saying, "All right, see you later." He'd be like,
"See you later,
Destin." Like get it together. I'm just like, sorry, man. I just
knock it off. Oh man. Well, listen, guys, we're going to call it a night. Everyone, go check out the Night Watch Zone now. I'm going to jump over there for about 15, 20 minutes, and I'm going to have to call it a night, but I'm going to at least stop over there for a little bit. And for everyone who gave a super chat tonight, thank you for your generosity. It really means the world. And for all of you who became members, I want to say it was 3 or 4. I have to go back and look. My head's been going a million miles an hour. At least 3. New members tonight. At least 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's awesome stuff. And again, guys, if you're just coming in late here, one more time, Neve Campbell rumor, I do not believe it. I don't think it's true. Destin agrees. He doesn't either. Neither does the Night Watch Zone. And if you want to hear our reasons, go back now and when this ends and watch the replay. We lay it all out for you.
Yep.
All right, guys. M. Luck, great to see you tonight. Hope to see you again sometime as well. Glad you came in tonight, and hope you subscribe to the channel. I do these live streams, like I said, 3 times a week, and would love to see you back. And for everyone else as well, whether you're a Cravenite or a subscriber or just a visitor, thank you guys for being here. And Destin, thank you, my friend. We'll do this again very, very soon, my friend.
Definitely.
All right,
Always
guys.
great to be on your channel, man.
Oh, thank you, man. Likewise. Appreciate it. Yeah. All right, guys, we're out of here. Have a great night, and I will see you all again Wednesday morning. Keep an eye out tomorrow for my video with the Montreal update. 10 a.m. Central Time. It's going to drop on the channel. And go subscribe to Destination Station. What are you doing? All right. Bye, guys. We'll see you next time. Good night.
Peace.